Okay, making sure my mic works.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
Does this work?
I hope so. We. Oh. Hello, chat. Is everyone okay? Wow. Let's see.
I actually don't know if Stream Elements is even working. What the heck?
I know, right? I saw it now streaming. Wait.
Yeah, I was like, Stream Elements? Hello?
I thought it was just me. I checked yours and I was like, well, no, it's not just me.
No, it's the same. So I'm like,
Hello, Matt.
hello, Matt.
Yeah. Glad that you came. Oh man. We could wait for maybe a couple more
What?
minutes.
Using my VTuber model? I know. I don't know. Can't tell. Let me check it. No, that's just a VTuber model. I thought there were tears in it. I was like, what? I'm not crying.
No. Me with the functions.
Which is why I need a whole like numpad for that, honestly.
Yeah, the Steam Deck.
No, like an actual numpad.
Oh, there's another thing for that?
It's like if you I kind of want like a smaller keyboard, you know. So like maybe a TKL, maybe. I don't know. This is quite the introduction.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Talking about keyboards.
Talking about keyboards. You fool. The title, it was a clickbait. We're talking about keyboards now.
Oh man. I got 65 for it. Nice. That's pog. Pretty pog.
That's pog.
It is pog. 65% is pretty good.
Oh. I don't know what's mine.
Do you have a full size?
I think so.
Like, do you have like the numpad on the side?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, then you got the full size.
Sure.
I have a full size as well.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's actually quite useful when I was in school because I did all the number shit. That's why. And using the numpad was so helpful for accounting homework. Yeah. Now I just don't need it because I don't have accounting assignments to do, you know? I actually do them at work.
I like never use it. I used to when I was younger, like elementary. I would use it for just like entering the passwords because it felt cooler, like a spy movie. Instead of using the number on top under the F1, F2, F3 ones. Because it looked like a door pad, like put to put all your numbers in, like the imagination I had as a kid was wild. But yeah, like I guess we can start maybe like a minute or two. That our real topic is going to talk about friendship and relationships. Woo! Oh boy, oh boy. On the topic of relationship later on is gonna be, I think, more heavy than the friendship parts.
Oh, I have heavier friendship stuff than relationship things.
That's why we're gonna. Yeah, Joanna's more of the friendship. I'm here like with the crazy relationships.
Well, here's the thing. I had crazy crushes. That's the thing.
Mm.
Like, I have crazy stories with crushes.
Oh my god. I wish I had cute crushes. Like I ironically have a bunch of crushes when I was younger. And I like for some reason my child mind was like, I want to date. Like in 5th grade. That's where it all started.
That was me in first grade.
Oh my god, 1st grade crushes. I had a crush. He became my eventual boyfriend in 5th grade, but then we broke up.
Oh man.
Yeah, like I that we can talk about like friendship, crushes to serious relationships.
I know. Yeah.
And
Sure.
and a snippet of situationships because apparently that's a
Oh
thing
my
now.
god. Yeah. 2023. Welcome to situationships.
God damn, dating is really weird now.
I
But
mean, I'm not in that at all. I just like hear it from my friends and just like, what the heck is a situationship? And I had to search it up and I was like, oh, I did not know that.
it's a weird definition because like you're not serious but you're exclusive and I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I was just so confused.
It's a weird time we're living in now. It's better off like might as well being single and then eventually find the person in slow times. But I think the reason why situationships existed because based on watching lots of TikTok, it's dating apps. Cuz you're like talking stage and eventually, oh maybe I'll go into it later. We'll talk about friendships first.
Okay.
Yeah, friendships. Like,
Yes,
oh boy.
friendship, let's go.
Like, all of us at least have once like a weird friendship drama, like event, like a reoccurrence or
Yeah.
weird situations to be in.
Mhm.
Like,
I won't get into too detail about
Mm.
like a particular friend situation I had in the
Yeah.
past because like still pretty like pretty I wouldn't say it's pretty fresh but like it was still pretty recent and I know most of the people within the group,
Mm.
to have contact with them, so
Mm-hmm.
can't spill too much.
Yeah. Cause like, uh, cause like friendships are weird. Cause like sometimes they can be too much to handle, especially when
Mm-hmm.
they're emotional or like especially high school and middle schools where you start to figure out which friends you want and which friends you don't want and then you find out friends who are not really your
Yeah,
friends. Like those are really hard to swallow for like
I dealt with
adolescents.
that too before.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot of shit
Yeah,
in
like
terms of like friends stuff.
oh god, friends are it's rare to find friends who are truly genuine
Mm.
and it takes like I find friendships are worth it when you guys are able to argue where you guys can like put behind it and grow from it. Those are
Mm-hmm.
truly the best ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially when they know how to apologize and like not to be defensive and acknowledge that hey, like I'm in the wrongs, but this is what I feel like I did wrong instead of being like you what you did wrong.
Agreed.
Like oh my god, like wow friendship stories where when I was a young jellyfish where I had my mindset was like, oh, you did me one wrong thing, I'm gonna cut you, and like with no explanation, and it works eventually, but at the point where I'm like, shit, I'm losing friends because of that mindset. I'm not giving them chances to talk. So, and it was like me in middle school, because like I went through like horrific phase where I found out friends are not your friends when they talk like really
Mm-hmm.
bad things behind your back, rumors wise. So in high school, I switched that. It's like not fully to the idea of like I'm gonna cut you off, but it's like I'm gonna give you a chance to talk to me, to if you want to resolve things. Then if you do, I will hear you out and try to work things out. But if you don't, then it's just to me like, oh, you don't want it, so I'm not gonna force you. I'm just gonna cut you off like that. So that one worked more efficiently than just like cutting people off. I followed my mom's advice. That was like my mom's advice to just like don't deal with people's bullshit. Just drop them, continue your life. But I think it's because like as you're with this person, like same classes, same friend groups, I think that's a little hard to kind of drop them and then not see them. Especially the lunch, like how our lunch high school's schedule was. It's like you will see them and then not see them, then you see them. Weird. Yeah, like it's not a fun time. But what's your friends like experience?
Well, to start off more wholesome, like in elementary school, I had like this small knit group of friends that I like hung out with all the time, and like we like played at the playground during recess, you know, all kid stuff, right? So it's all wholesome and stuff. And then by the time we got to middle school, we kind of like parts of us separated into our own individual like friend stuff. But like I stuck with most of them, and I stayed good friends with like four of them, I guess, or three of them. And then I kind of like went along with my best friend, or so I thought was my best friend at the time. Like, there's no beef with them actually, no. Like, it was just that the friends group that they were in, I wanted to be a part of their friends group since we were like really just best friends, close friends, you know, in middle school. And I was just like, could I try to be friends? So, like, I like introduced myself and said hi and stuff. Like at first it seemed pretty friendly and all, but then as time went on, I stuck out with them all the way up until sophomore year of high school, and like middle school was fine and all. Like there wasn't too much drama, but high school I was basically treated like a wall essentially.
Oh no.
Because I greeted like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Like, hello. During lunchtime, like I sat with them and like crickets. And like some people in the friend group, like one or two people responded to me actually, which they were the nicer ones, including my former best friend. She at least like says hi to me back.
Yeah.
Since we have classes together. But like the other people were just like crickets, like understandable because it probably was too loud in the cafeteria that we were in. But this consistently happened, and up until a breaking point where I attended military ball because our school had military ball, right? And I was like, oh, I want to go to a military ball. And okay, cool. They didn't think I was gonna go to military ball, so they didn't even include me at their table. So they just put me at some random table.
What the hell?
Yeah, I wasn't even included on the list at all.
That's very
So, like,
inconsiderate, yeah.
yeah, so I was basically sitting at a table where it was just people I don't even know that went to my school. And they're like, and like the people are like, so who are you here with? And I was like, oh, my friends. They're at a different table, and they're like, why aren't you staying with them? I was like, not enough room in the seating area, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
No, like military ball is one of like the scuff and like events, I think, because like I've been to, I think, 2, and the first one's like with my relationship. It's like included relationship, friendship wise, I think. Like my second ex, he invited me, and then unknowingly, I can't even say the word. Unknowingly, how everything was going, like I didn't know that you're supposed to pick your seats. He picked my seat, like I guess, of course, +1.
Yeah.
And I eventually sat at a table where it was all like people who were a grade under him, I think, under us, since we're the same grade. And then foreshadowing that, like, one of the people we were sitting with was like eventually gonna be my third ex's sister. It was weird. I didn't even know we sat on the same table because I did not acknowledge like her existence, because I was like, okay, cool, we're sitting at this table full of under like people who are younger than us, because I thought he had friends in M-ball where they all can sit together, but little did I know there was some drama going on, so he got excluded out. But also at the time, my third ex was there too, my first M-ball, and he was a lone wolf, and he was at the balcony by himself, and I was of course, at the time I was younger. I was making fun of him, saying like, "Aha, like you're alone. Your ex didn't. I mean, his first girlfriend didn't show up." So I made fun of him, but he looked very sad. So I was like, "Oh, this is not the vibe." So I just walked away. But I feel like definitely if you're the +1, it feels awkward, and your friends not there kind of definitely feels more like awkward. I think I'm happy that like one of my best friends, the reason why we are close to this day now, is that she was at the M-ball as a +1 by someone, and she was, I think, with the same friend group who was in the ROTC. So she was sitting on a different table, but she was left alone too. She felt like out of place. And so we both were like, "Oh, hey, like we're in the same situation, +1s." So we just hung out and we literally danced, and that was one of the fun nights that we had. And oh, maybe you're wondering like, "Oh, where's my second ex in all of this?" He ditched me to be on the dance floor.
Bruh.
Yep, so that man was like, not even man, that little boy was just like dancing the night away. And then eventually, me and my best friend now, like we moved our way to go dance as well. And of course, he will occasionally come out to take pictures because I'm photogenic. And I have this iconic photo that I have. It's just like me with my second ex, but my third ex is in the back of the photo, of the mirror, and you can see him like messing around, like him punching my second ex. And then it was weird, 2 exes in one photo.
What the heck?
Yeah, so and I'm like, bro, at first it was funny, but now I'm looking at the photo, I'm like, yeah, it's not that funny anymore. But military ball is something like, I'm like, oh, it was so, not just that, I also overheard some friend groups had to fight because they were like, they found out one of their boyfriends at the time were with another girl, and then his girlfriend, supposedly girlfriend, was looking for him, but he was with her best friend. I'm like, what? M-ball's wild.
Yeah, it can be wild. Yeah. So after that incident, I kind of like drifted away from that so-called friend group I had.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like, and then like I started hanging out. I mean, like I was still good friends with my current best friend. To this day. Like, I mean, like the former best friend, like they weren't my best friend at that time in sophomore year. We were just basically like friends that knew each other.
Yeah.
Like, because at that point we all kind of drifted away due to like, growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
Natural stuff. But I started hanging out with my now current best friend, and like she introduced me to like her friends, and I just started singing with them um, during lunch whenever I have lunch with them. So it ended up being pretty cool. So like from junior year to senior year, I basically just sat with them at lunch, and also got invited to M-Ball because of them. So I went to M-Ball 3 times. First time with the so-called friend group, and then 2 other times with my best friend and her group of friends.
That's
And
good.
let me say, senior year, that M-Ball, your third ex was there, actually. He was a
Really?
part. Yeah, he was a part of our like little group thingy.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was pretty funny.
oh my
I see
god.
the pictures. I'm like, he's clearly there.
Oh my god. Okay, hold up. Like, there's a photo where literally the time that he was there. I think that was my first M ball with then. Like, if he was there. If my best friend was in the friend group, maybe of yours, in the table, maybe. In 2018? Were you there in 2018?
Yes.
Oh, then we're in the
Okay.
same. We're in the same place then.
So we were in the same place?
Yeah, cause my
Do we
best
have
friend was.
pictures then?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Wait, were we in the same pictures then?
No. I did not hang out with your group. No,
Okay.
cause it also involved the one where we know, like I wasn't very close with. So the only person I was close with was in the friend group of yours was my best friend, and she didn't feel like much like energy, so she just hung out with me. You know, so we're literally talking about the same story, different POV. That's wild.
I mean, like, I had a better, like, experience because it was with a group of people that, like, actually respected me
Yeah, like,
and, like, appreciated me.
oh my god, I literally can pull up pictures, but I'll show it to you later. But I have this one
Okay.
iconic photo. It's just me with my ex, my third ex, and with my best friend. Like I was in the middle, I was between them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I have a photo of me and my third ex literally posing together.
Bruh.
I know. I'm like, oh my god, wild night. But at the time, we were good friends, so I can't really be mad at that. I'm just like, cause like, speaking of friendship, my third ex and I, 12 years of friendship. We're literally childhood friends. We met through track. Atlantic, like yeah, we met in track. So basically, we were, what's it called? I was in the relay team, and then he was one of the volunteers. And then he was basically like, my first impression with him was like, this guy is weird, because he was talking to only girls. And at the time, I had a friend whose little sister was my friend at the time too. Let's call her Mimsy. That's the thing that came out. So Mimsy and I were close friends because it was during the time where I was losing friends because I was learning that not all friends are really your friends, kind of thing.
Yes.
And Mimsy was doing the same thing too, because her friends did not like her and dropped her. So we joined track because we wanted the T-shirt that the school was giving out if you join track. I got in, luckily. It was like you have to do some trials and errors, and then if you pass or not. So I got the shirt, and I became the relay team. So when I first saw my third ex, let's call him Krusty. Oh no, actually I changed it. Owl. Let's call him Owl. So it's because that's his favorite animal. So I was just like, let's just call him Owl. So Owl was my first impression of Owl was like, yeah, like he was really nice because like he was helping out the younger people, like how to run, how to properly land on, I forgot the thing that's like the pole, like you jump over it, pole thingy, whatever. But
Oval.
yeah, like you have to use a stick and then you push off yourself and go over it.
Yeah, that's pole vaulting.
Oh, pole vaulting. Yeah, he was helping people out. He was being a really nice guy. And then Mimsy, I remember Mimsy turning around to me and she was like, "I think he likes me," and then I was like, "I don't know. I think you're just kind of like jumping into conclusions, girl." But Mimsy was like, "No, cause like the way he holds me, the way he's helping me." And I'm like, to me, I'm like, I think that's him in general. But she was like, "All right, Jelly, go talk to him. Can you ask him for me?" And I'm like, "Okay, I will try." So I go up to him. I never told old Owl about this, but I think he forgot because um Owl was like, I was like, I don't think I like your friend like that way. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. And then that's how we basically talked, cause but I will say I had a crush on Owl during those era because one time in the relay team, I had a really bad accident where I twisted my ankle and it hasn't fully healed in a good way. I don't know why I joined volleyball afterwards, and then it literally like no, I joined volleyball at the same time as track. I was really athletic. But my ankle prohibited me to become a libero in my volleyball team, where I couldn't continue for high school too, which sucks. But when I twisted my ankle, Owl came. He was the only person came to look out for me, and he was like, "Is your ankle okay?" I'm like, "No." Does it look okay? I was like sassy person, and Owl out of nowhere with no permission of my asking me if it's okay, he picked me up in a bridal style and literally just walked towards the nurse area to like check if my ankle was okay. And that's where I started liking him, because I was like, oh, he's really nice, like looking out for me kind of thing. But then I lost feelings for him eventually because I had another crush who was in my grade, but it was one of those like time where you both like each other but you're not gonna say anything. We were literally polar opposites. His friend group did not like me because um he had a girl best friend and she did not like me because she knew that I liked him. And then there was like a whole new drama to that story too. But
oh boy.
yeah, but friendship wise, Owl and I, we before our official dating, um literally 12 years of friendship. And oh, hello Pandora. Pandora said now she's my wife.
Oh boy.
Welcome, welcome. We're talking about friendship and relationships right now. We're in the friendship section. And then let's see. Yeah, so I think before the breakup, Owl, when he dropped me, he was my longest friendship, and like I can't help myself to not really drop him, but I'm glad that he did that for me, so it's like for both of us to heal. So I'm really like happy that he did that. But that, yeah, we started as friends and then eventually became a couple. But it's weird. But when we talk about relationship, I'll talk more about how Owl and I got together. It was weird. Yeah, yeah. But anything about friendship wise for you though? Like, I heard that like friends were shipping you and your current partner. That's something like interesting.
Oh, that I would probably talk more about that later on, actually.
Like it's towards relationships.
When it's like, yeah, truly like into relationships.
Okay.
Yeah, but like more stuff on the friendship stuff. Continuing on with like kind of like that third time at M Ball, like I kind of like after that time I graduated high school and then, went on to college, had my first semester, and then started my second semester. And then there was like this anime convention that I wanted to go with my friends, right? So like I had two close friends that I really wanted to go with, and they had a friend group in mind to go with. So I was like, okay, I guess I can go with them. And then I was like, but is there like a group chat or something that we could all be in so like we can communicate to make sure that we can meet up on time at the anime convention? And they're like, oh yeah, we already have a group chat. I'll just drag you in. So my best friend just dragged me into the group chat and stuff. So I was like, I thought it was okay. So like we all just hung out and stuff, and turns out it was like some familiar faces in there from like high school, and I was like, oh, cool. And after Emball, after anime convention, we hung out a couple more times, did some like went to like a festival, did like some other thing too. And over the summer, we like me and another person got into like some stupid argument over like many different topics, like over the course of like the summer. So I was like, okay, me and that person just don't vibe at all together. Like we don't mash together. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's like in the end it's so like by 2020 I ended up leaving that group chat because like I just can't because of the one person. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm out. Like I'm cool with everyone else except for the one person.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, I just didn't feel like that person liked me at all. And then like my best friend ended up like spilling the tea that like, yeah, the person didn't really actually like you. Like they didn't also like the idea of me dragging you into the group chat in the first place. And I'm like, why am I just learning this now? Like and then my best friend was like, well, to be honest, they didn't spill it until you left the group chat.
Oh, it's one like, of those friends, like...
Oh. Yeah, so I was like, of course. It's because I left the group chat. Then they spilled the beans why they didn't like me. Okay.
That's like...
I mean, I think we're on better terms now after like life circumstances that have happened over the course of like 3 years, Like I hope that person has matured a lot more. But like I'm still on edge.
Yeah.
With that person. Like I'm still courteous and stuff. Like I want to be the bigger person, be the more mature person since I am the older one. So
that's that's a really good mindset because like that's what I'm trying to be like. Except for that just reminds me of like what my mom said to me, where she was like, you are the oldest one in your friend group, so you should probably set a good example for them to follow, even if you're not like biologically sisters or anything like that. It's just like it's just courtesy. And because back to Owl, my mom literally put up like a good point. She was like, he's older than you, like you can be immature, but like he should have like handled you a bit more better than adding more fire. I can go on details later, but yeah. I guess part is the I guess
it definitely gets worse. Like I've heard the entire story. So I was like in the middle of like helping them too, so I was just like
Yeah, it
More
really,
detail into that
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
So thankful. I have to put it like thank you, like for what you've
Mm-hmm.
done for us. At least for me. He was like he's so bizarre now, but anyway.
Yeah,
But now we can talk about crushes. Like,
for sure, man.
oh my god, crushes are interesting because
Mm-hmm.
I my ever first crush was definitely a boy from my also same as like elementary first grade because let's call him Lamb. Like let's start naming people like animals. So this Lamb guy, I had a huge crush. I don't know why. Like he was like the most generic guy afterwards. What's for me when I look at pictures when we are younger, I'm like, really, this guy with the bowl haircut? But he became like a what I heard because he also joined ROTC in our high school eventually. He's one of like the really shitty guy. So I'm like, whoa, I dodged the bullet.
What?
Yeah, he
Oh
became
my
a
god.
really shitty guy in my grade. So he did not turn out like I don't really shame people on looking, but since he had like once you have like an ugly personality, I can't look at you the same way. So to me, he was like a really not attractive guy. Um, so like having him as a crush for like over maybe 5 or 4 years, because I still liked him after we became like a couple. I guess like it's so dumb. Elementary relationships are really dumb. Like I don't know why. Literally, I was talking about it with other friends, and they're like, Julie, you are literally a hopeless romantic. And they literally made fun of me for that. I'm like, it's fine.
Oh
Like,
my god.
they're like, that's why now they're like, you need to rest and like embrace your single era. Don't do this to yourself.
Yes.
So crush is like this where I was like, this guy is gonna be, we're gonna be one of those stories where we've been dating since elementary, kind of thing. But he was not. But having him as a crush was like not it. But eventually I got over it, and then like I became someone's crush, where in middle school where it's the same story where I told you where I helped him get back with his ex. That story. So this is where it leads up to crush because I was his crush first. It was in 6th grade. For some reason, like I was one of those popular kids for like temporary where we were all hanging out, and this guy that I never heard of, let's call him Narwhal. Narwhal shows up and he's kind of cool, not too bad. Like at first, he and I freak out over anime. We were talking about Naruto, and he starts getting into more invested on knowing who I am, like where I came from, and like etc. So Narwhal became a slight obsessive with me, and of course, as a child, I have no idea like what his intentions were. Um, I'm just here like I'm here to vibe. He eventually came to my house occasionally, and we will watch like Naruto clips and stuff, and he talks about like which this is from which arc, like oh this episode or this clip is from the arc when like blah 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 blah. So I was genuinely invested too, and he showed me Jason Chen like from YouTube who sings covers and made his own songs, like the OGs. No, he was part of the friend group of the Wong Fu brothers, the Wong Fu Productions, and like Ryan Higa. So it was really cool. He showed me like his cover, and he told me his dreams to become like a singer, and I'm like, cool, that's great. Yeah, I'm like, you go. You're like, this is before he confessed it to me too. So like a month later in the summer, this all happened in summer vacation. He goes and tells me like, while I'm walking him home, because we were finishing hanging out with other friends, and he was like, I like you. And I look at him straight in the eye and was like, excuse me? Like, I remember saying, like, no to him. And that crushed his soul. And then the very next day at 7 a.m., before I was a night owl. 7 a.m. this guy shows up at my house in the front porch, and I hear like some guy yelling, and I look to the window, and I'm home alone because my dad used to go to work, and I was like alone as a kid. I put up the blinds, like I peeked a little through the blinds between, and I see him singing Taeyang. Eyes, nose, and lips. He was singing eyes, nose, and lips at 7 a.m. and boy had like headphones, but like on his phone, so you don't hear the music. So I hear like a really like pubescent little boy's voice, like Miare Miare Hajima. Like, it was so bad. He was trying to attempt to speak in Korean. Mind you, he is Asian, but like he's not Korean. So he was butchering it with like, I was like, it's 7 a.m. I don't need this.
No.
Eventually I had to call my dad through our home phone. I was just like, Dad, there's that guy that I told you about, my new friend. He's singing Korean songs at our front porch. What do I do? And then my dad was like, hold up, just let him tire himself out. I was like, so do nothing? He was like, yeah, don't do anything. Don't show up. Don't open the door. Make it feel like you are not home. And yeah, and I'm like, okay. So I had like a whole stakeout through the morning to the late evening when my dad showed up, and then he was still there, and my dad drove up, and he was like, hey, what are you doing here, kid? He was like, oh, is Julie home? My dad's like, no, she's at her cousin's house. Did she not tell you? And he's like, oh, no, she didn't. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to stay here. And my dad's like, oh, when have you been here? Like, and he was like, oh, just moments ago. He lied. He lied.
No.
Yeah, and then so after that day, he never showed up. So he was weird. Narwhals was so weird. But then let's say fast forward like a year later, it's like 7th grade. He starts dating, let's call her Chirp. Yeah, he starts dating Chirp, who used to be one of my friends, but she's fake as hell. But so they're dating, cool, cute. It was like kind of weird. I warned Chirp about his intentions, like, cause he's known in my class that like he falls for any girl that gives him the right attention. So but they started dating, and I'm like, okay, cool, like, congratulations, I'm not a hater, like, you're my friend, I'll hope the best things for you. Let's just say they started dating, and then, like, ends at 4 months. And then he dates Chirp's bestest friend. And let's call her, Aunt. So, it was weird, because, like, I'm like, why is Chirp allowing Aunt date her ex? And they were like, cool. I'm like, okay, cool, like, you guys are slightly mature for this. Like, they start talking. They stopped talking at the first time, though. The first time that Aunt and Narwhal was together, because like the moment they broke up, he went back to Chirp, so it became like a ping pong.
What the?
Yeah, so he like Chirp in one month, then when they break up, he goes back to Aunt, then Aunt to Chirp, Aunt Chirp, Aunt Chirp, Aunt Chirp. And I'm like watching all of this happening, and I'm like, what do you see in this guy? Like, he's clearly going back and forth for you guys, and then you guys are like okay-ish, like, but and I'm like, this is not it. This is not how your friendship should be based on, like, this guy. But eventually, when after Aunt and Chirp broke up, not Aunt and Chirp. Ooh, that's a plot twist. That'll be a plot twist. But Narwhal and Aunt, they broke up. I think Aunt broke up with Narwhal, and Narwhal tried to go back with Chirp, and Chirp was like, no, this is not it. And I'm like, you go, girl. I was so proud of her. I was like, yeah, Narwhal is not worth it. And then Narwhal was like heartbroken, but eventually, like, he was over it, and then he dropped both of them. And I'm like, why are you dropping both of them when they should be dropping you? And but this is where it came from. Between those error, I don't remember which one, but he reached out to me. Nara reached out to me to try to get chirped back. Cause like he was like, okay, listen, I know we're not in the best of terms because of what happened last summer. I'm like, but he was like, can you at least help me out? Of course, my first instinct was like, no, it's coming from you. But I'm like, sure, I'll hear you out for a moment. And he was like, I'm trying to get chirp back, but I'm planning to break up with Ant. And I'm like, I look at him straight in the eye in dead silence. I'm like, nah, that's the dumb stuff. I will never help you. But then, of course, as a weird person, I was a bit selfish. I think I was like that from reflecting. He pulls up like, I'll give you $50 if you date me.
Bruh.
Yeah, $50 to make Chirp jealous. And then I was just like, why? Chirp is my friend at the time. So he was like, because he was like, Chirp is gonna expect me to go back to Anna if we date, but like with you, that will become like a shocking factor. And I was just like, yeah, I was like, that's fucking weird, but like, sure, it's $50. As a broke kid, I was like, $50 a lot.
Yeah.
Now $50 like is but so I agree. It was only for a day too, so we held hands, and I told him my limit was like, there's no kissing involved. I hate that shit. So we held hands. We walked through the hallways. Everyone was like shocked as fuck, and they're like, "Yo, when you start dating Narwhal?" I was like, "Oh, just yesterday." And they're like, "Oh my god, Narwhal and Jelly are the it couple. They're the new it couple." Cause again, I was in the popular group. I was friends with like people who were cool. Of course that got Chirp. It literally, she took the bait. It worked.
Bruh.
It worked, yeah. And then Chirp was like, Jelly, like, why are you with Narwhal? And I'm like, oh, I really couldn't think of anything. I was just like, cause I like him. And then Chirp was like, well, I like him. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I told her like, no, you cannot have him. I already have him. And she was like, I'll see you about that. And then she walked away. And then later that night, Narwhal texts me through Skype. Yes, Skype before Discord was wild.
Bruh.
So he texted me in Skype and was like, it worked. Chirp asked me back. So he was like, we have to make a fake breakup text through Skype so I can screenshot and send it to her. I was like, okay, I'm like, give me the $50 the next day in the morning. And he's like, yes. So we started making like weird, like dramatic. I was like, oh, he was like, I have to be the one breaking up. I was like, no, I have to be the one break up with you. Cause like, I'm not gonna let him plan this and not have me to like, him to break up with me. That's not it. My pride is too high. So I was like, so he was like, fine, let's go with it. Let's just get over it. Cause I don't want to make Chirp like go to bed. And I'm like, okay. So we basically, how we fake broke up was like, I was making shit up where like, oh, you like cats, but I like dogs, so it's like not gonna work out. So, I was like, I'm a dog lover, but you're a cat lover. This is not it. Like, that's a deal breaker for me. And he was like, what do you mean? We can both like the same thing. I was like, no, this is not it. I can't believe you chose cats over dogs. Like, that shows me a lot. Dogs are loyal and you're not gonna be loyal because you like cats. For some shit, like, Chirp was eating this up. And then the next day, Chirp was like, I'm sorry that, like, I took your man. I'm like, no, you can have him. It was never gonna be. Because he was a cat lover.
Bro.
All for that for $50. I don't know if now I can applaud myself or to be low-key disappointed in myself.
Huh.
Yeah. So, like, it's the best $50 story for fake dating a guy for getting his ex back, but I'm like, was it worth it? House jelly, was it worth the $50? But
Probably.
yeah, I'm pretty sure she would have been like, hell yeah, like.
$50, nailed it.
Yeah, and I used that $50 to buy food, like, a local like boba shop. So that was so worth
Nice.
it. Yeah, bought a
The
good
boba's
lunch.
expensive.
Exactly, and I spent the rest of the money, to a local convenience store too to get like slushies. So that was like a great day. I should have saved it, but I mean, as a child, I gotta do what I gotta do. But yeah,
God.
yeah, crushes are weird. Like how that lead up to that situation. It's so weird. But your crushes stories are wild too.
Yeah, I mean, I would say my first one is just more on the wholesome side of things. Like, our family knew each other. So, like, we've known each other since preschool, essentially. And then we went to the same elementary school, up until he moved away in 4th grade, actually. So, like, this happened, between kindergarten and 1st grade. So we went to summer school together, and like, you know, we rode the bus, and then like he kind of was like, "You want to be my girlfriend?" And I was just like, "Hell yeah!" Well, I didn't say hell yeah, but like, yeah.
That's so cute.
So like we held hands. It was like a summertime thing.
Oh,
For like these like
summertime. Yeah.
6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, you know? It was definitely really cute. And then I think at that, by the end of summer, I realized like I developed a crush on him, and I think he thought it was just like a summer thing, and it's just like it was for fun. It wasn't like legit or anything, but for me, I was just like, I think I caught feelings, you know? So
That's so
that
cute.
lasted all the way up until like 5th grade, like the end of 4th grade, basically, by the time like he moved, essentially. And then moving on to like my second crush, because he also went to the same elementary school. I got to talk with him a bit, like in 4th grade, because we were like seat buddies, desk buddies.
Oh my god,
like
desk buddy stories. Yeah.
I wouldn't say we were best friends, but like we like talked a lot, you know. And then it wasn't until like 5th grade that I like kind of developed feelings, because I was like, you know, he was kind of cute. He was also kind of popular, you know. And I'm just like, I like him and stuff. And that lasted all the way until 9th grade, actually. And this story will get crazy, because fast forward to 7th grade in middle school. We went to the same middle school as well. There was this camp like trip that we had at the end of the school year for like the entire grade if you wanted to go. So like I went there, and like the last night there, because it was like a 4 days 3 nights type of like camp trip for the school. So at the very last night at the camp trip, there was like this dance, type of celebration. It's like, it's the last night of camp, you know? So, I really wanted to have like one slow dance with him.
Oh, that's so cute.
Because it was like, you know, why not? I just wanted to slow dance with him. So, like, I got to slow dance with him for like a good like 30 seconds before like we got separated.
Oh no.
Cause like, and I was like, I know like he didn't really like me. I got that vibe. It was just for me. Honestly,
Aww.
mostly for me.
Yeah.
Like that was like a good time for me, for sure. But like
Aww.
things got really crazy over the summer though.
Mhm.
Like into 8th grade, still had this huge crush on him, but like turns out he ended up having a girlfriend over, like he started a relationship like towards the end of August or something.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, oh damn. At that point, like a good amount of people knew that I had a crush on him. And then I did the stupid thing where I, like, Ask FM. You know that website, Ask FM?
Oh yeah, the anonymous thing.
Yeah, the anonymous thing. I just basically just revealed that I had a crush on him on Ask FM, and that got, like, people started knowing about that and stuff, and then for some
Oh god.
reason,
Mhm.
um, someone took that thing that I revealed, like, oh, I've had a crush on him since 4th grade. No, since 5th grade. And, like, someone was just pretending to be me to harass his then girlfriend on Ask
Jeez.
FM.
What the hell?
Yeah. So I was just like, wait, that's not me. And then I'm assuming some of her friends start to like ask me why the heck are you harassing her on her Ask FM and stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not me. And then they're like, what are you talking about? You're the one that said like you liked him since 5th grade. And I'm just like, yeah, that I do like him since 5th grade, but that is not me. I did not do any of that stuff. I'm not, like, I respect their relationship.
Yeah. Wait,
So it's like
did they have to
clearly
make
someone
you?
else.
I was about to say, did they make you prove you? Like, prove you that you like that wasn't you?
Oh no, no, it was just all on Ask FM. I like literally used profanity in my responses, like yo f off, like y'all are bitches for attacking me for not for like doing something that I didn't do, you know?
Yeah, it was like excusing you,
Yeah,
accusing
yeah,
you. Yeah.
accusing me of like I was like I don't understand this. Why are y'all attacking me? I understand it's like probably that person just like picked up on my story and went to try to like make an excuse out of that, and I'm just like, bro, that ain't it.
Yeah. Like, did you to this day found out it was who, or is it just like
I
still
have no
mystery?
idea since it's anonymous, you know?
Damn.
And also, it's been like a
Years.
decade since that happened at that point.
Mm.
But like things get even weirder at that point.
Yeah.
It gets thicker now. So
Mm.
like our middle school had to move to a new building, right? So like I was like, okay, cool. So turns out my crush was like literally one locker away from me
Oh my god.
after the move. So I'm just like, well, I'm more fucked now at this point. It's like, dude, what am I supposed to do now? Like, and at that point, I'm pretty sure he knew that I had a crush on him.
Mhm.
Like, clearly. And the audacity of this dude, he actually starts talking to me
Oh no.
while he's in a relationship. And like when I'm just like, huh? What?
Oh god.
And I just like kind of fell for it. I was like, okay, we could be friends or something, you know?
Bro, it sounds like he was breadcrumbing. I don't know. Like,
I think he was probably trying to toy with my heart, honestly.
oh, fuck that guy.
I have no clue what was his intentions when he
Mhm.
said, "Oh yeah, I'll follow you on Insta and add you on Snap," and then we like like sent Snapchat to each other here and there
Mhm.
up until like Christmas. Um, of that year. This is all in 8th grade, by the way. This all happened in 8th grade in the matter of like 3 months, I guess.
That's wild.
Yeah, in a matter of 3 months, this happened actually. And I was just like, okay. And then so we snap each other and all that other stuff. And then after New Year's, I got ghosted. Like he stopped messaging me, stopped snapping me. I assumed he actually blocked me because I could not find his social media at all.
Jesus.
Yeah. I was like, huh, okay. So I kind of ignored that, and I'm just like, well, I'll just go on with life, I guess. Fast forward to like the end of the school year in June the next year when we're graduating middle school, actually. We had this like end of the year trip for like 8th grade, like to DC or like New York. So that time we went to DC, and his girlfriend at the time was like in the room next door to my hotel room, and I learned at that point through her because like we okay, it was just like a whole bunch of girls right next to each other, like our hotel room were right next to each other, so we opened like the doors that connected the hotel rooms.
Oh, I remember you telling me this. Yeah.
Yeah, we opened because we were just like having fun. It's like, oh yeah, you're in this room, you're in this room, and all that other stuff. So like, and then I got to have like a moment to talk with her, and she's like, yeah, me and him broke up. It's not because of you. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was a little confused why she had to add that last part.
I think maybe to reassure. I think.
Yeah, because I'm assuming she probably knew what was going on, probably beginning of the year, beginning of the school year, what happened to me, I guess. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I never told you the shittiest part when they were still together, actually.
Wow.
So like our middle school had this raffle for One Direction tickets, actually.
Oh, I remember this part.
Yeah. This was like this happened in April, so like 2 months before the then girlfriend told me that they've broken up. I entered the raffle like the last day with only $5 and bought like 3 raffle tickets basically. And out of all the raffle tickets, I won the tickets somehow. Out of the entire school. I was like, yo, what the heck? So like, I was so excited. I was like, because I really loved One Direction at the time. So I was just like so hyped I was able to like get tickets to go see their concert. And like, so like, you know, his locker is a locker away from me. So like this dude had the audacity to ask me, he's like, hey, I heard you, like he started talking to me again
Jesus.
all of a sudden. And like he was like, hey, like you got tickets to One Direction, right? And I was like, yeah. I was like, you got any extras? And I was like, for what? I was like, oh, like my girlfriend really likes One Direction. I wonder if you can like give her a ticket.
Bruh,
And
this guy.
I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna give your girlfriend a ticket. Like,
Yeah.
I respect y'all, but like, huh? No. These are my tickets. I won them fairly.
Yeah, you won those tickets fair and square.
But
Like,
you're the one that ghosted me, so like, why the heck are you talking to me?
wait, and he said girlfriend, like a different person?
No, it's the same girl.
Oh, they got back together?
No, this was 2 months before she revealed that they They've
Um,
broken up. Yeah, I totally forgot about this part of the story.
the audacity for him to ask,
And
like,
this
oh,
was all in 8th grade, by the way.
bro.
This all happened in 8th grade. So I was just like, bro. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna give you tickets, dude. And he's like, okay. And then after that, no more talking to me. So
Jeez. What a
yeah,
lovely guy.
yeah. And then I kind of found out through like Insta, he probably might have had a new girl.
Pandora added, this is a wild middle school year.
Oh yeah, 8th grade for me was pretty wild for
Oh
sure.
my god.
In terms of crush stories. Yeah. And that's actually basically it in terms of crushes, because like those were like the hardcore crushes I had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like the first one was pretty wholesome. The second one was like, what the fuck happened towards the end of it? Like it started off wholesome and then it just turned into like a huge fucking mess.
It's a clickbait. Because, oh my god. Like, okay, for my crushes in middle school, I had a crush on this guy. Let's call him Jellybean.
Mm.
Okay, Jellybean's still not really on contact with me, but there were times where when I was with Owl, my third ex, for new viewers joining, my third ex Owl, we bump into each other in the train station more, me and Jellybean. And there's one time where I had to go to work. I bumped into him. I didn't realize it was him. No words exchanged. It felt like, at least my friends describe it like a K-drama. So I sat across where I see him like in front of me, and we didn't speak at all because, like, of course, train, we don't really, like, at least for me, I don't talk in the train that much. And he waved at me first. It got my attention because I was looking at TikTok. I look up. I'm like, oh shit, it's you. And then I wave at him, and then we started doing like ninja hands, talking about like a way to talk about our day. Like, it was like, how are you? But like, it's like pointing at you, like, how are you? And then question mark, we just shrug. And then when I responded, I was like, oh good, and I just like thumbs up. And I pointed at him. It was like, what about you? That he understood that and he put a thumbs up as well. And then we were laughing. And then afterwards, he had to leave the next two stops that I came in. And then before he left, he tapped on my shoulder to say goodbye. And then I said, oh, like, I, of course, like, I felt something. I was like, oh my god, my old crush. Because long time ago in our middle school, we were exchanging gifts, and he gave me his homemade cookies, and then and my dad was there with my best friend at the time. He was waiting for me because I had to hang out with her. And my dad was driving us to Boston, and out of nowhere, this boy had the Riz. He like pulled me in and gave me a hug, and my dad saw it, and he was like, my dad was like, oh my god, what a bold guy. Jellybean was really like the Rizzer, at least for me. But
Hold on. I can't hear
oh,
anything
sorry.
anymore.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh,
My
go
mom
ahead.
came in.
Oh.
I told her like I'm busy right now, but
Mm.
so yeah, so Jellybean and I we're still technically like not on speaking terms, but it's like we respect each other. We have each other's social media. He looks at my stories. I see it. I'm like, he's definitely one of those crushes where I'm glad it's a crush, not like it's not anything more or less. But I just kind of like just like, oh, you're my middle school pass kind of thing. And he occasionally will message me like, oh, are you gonna come where he works at, like a local area in our hometown, as like a boba shop area, because we have so many. And he was like, bring your friends and then I'll give you discounts since I work there. So I'm like, oh, thanks. I never did that, but um he always likes my posts and stuff, so I always see it. I'm like, oh, there you are, Jelly. That's my last crush I ever
Oh.
got. I, actually no, I wouldn't say my last crush. My last crush is when Owl came back to my to my life. So that's a different story too.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
I said, Owl and I were 12 years of friendship, but he left 3 times in that period. But he came back afterwards. The first one is when he broke up with his ex. Really messy fight. It affected me and Akiro, and he had a fear that Akiro and I will leave him. Um, but the irony, spoiler, irony, he dropped me and Akiro like at the end, so we feel like clowns. But um, and then the second time he left was to do military because he did ROTC, so he wanted to continue that. So he left to go there, and he came back. I guess he left twice. I don't remember the other time. Oh, other time he left was like another fight with his first girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really bad. Him and his girlfriend were like on and off, kind of thing. I wouldn't. That's a hypocrite for me to say because me and him were also on and off kind of thing, but it wasn't as intense as his first girlfriend. But his first girlfriend was really wild. At least like now I'm thinking about it. Maybe it's not as wild. Maybe because it's from his POV. But yeah, when he came back after military, this is where I start getting a crush on him because my old feelings of him in middle school kind of like flooded. Cause I'm like, oh my god, he was taking care of me during where I was in a emotional abusive like relationship with my second guy, and we can call him Raccoon, cause he was obsessed with raccoons as well. So he was like, I was in a good space, like a really toxic, like emotional abusive space, and Owl came in and was like, "Hey, I'm back in town. Would you like to come hang out?" And I will grab a Kiro, and us three can be like the old gang again. And of course, I'm like, "Oh, welcome back," because he left after the horrible breakup of him and his first ex. So, and then like I hung out with him, gained feelings, and it was wrong of me because I gained feelings while I'm still in a emotional abusive relationship. And eventually, like in my headspace, I already broke up with Raccoon like 3 months ago. But I'm just staying because I wanted to see if there's change in him. And this is during quarantine too, so like,
oh yeah,
like we couldn't go out. And I tried. This is after when I found out that Raccoon was like, "Oh, I prefer watching and hanging out with my guys than hanging out with you." And I was like, "Bro, I put this effort to try to spend quality time, and you straight up telling me like you don't like this. You find this as like a school work." I'm like, newsflash: relationships take work. And you saying like it feels like a workplace, and I'm like, then like technically relationship you work it through, and you don't want to, you saying like it feels like an assignment, that's kind of fucking weird. So I gained feelings for Owl because of that. And eventually when I did the final like I'm gonna break up with my ex, not because of Owl, but like because I am feeling feelings for someone else that I shouldn't be while in a relationship. So I broke up with Raccoon. And Raccoon, of course, was devastated, but surprisingly, I didn't block him in the straight wave. I just left my chat, and we slowly talk here and there, but I always give him short responses because I was not interested as I'm hanging out with Owl more and more. And then I think Owl felt the same way as well, but he didn't know. And didn't feel right. But he was telling me he was on dating apps, and then that was a sign for me, like, oh shit, he's looking for someone. So we were hanging out with Akiro and my best friend. I told my best friend, like, oh, I have feelings for Owl, and she said, no, 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 because she had history with Owl too, but not like romantically. It's more like he chased after her sister, and something huge happened between them. Like the sister was like, I don't like you, I think, because I only know that he was chasing after her, but she was like friend zoning him. And so that's why her first reaction was like, you're my best friend, I don't think I see you with him with a future. Like she straight up told me, I don't see a future with you and him. Like she was like, don't take it as offensive, but it's just like I don't see that he's the guy for you. So I was like confused, but I'm like, okay, yeah, no worries. But literally a week later, we both started dating. But the funniest part for my friends, they were teasing me because when I revealed that I was dating him, I literally wrote in one single text, and then they didn't know it was serious or not. So they replied congrats, like a question mark, and then the next day I sent them a TikTok link. So they thought it was a joke.
Oh.
And then they didn't think it was serious until a week later when we all of us were hanging out. They were like, "Are you actually dating Owl?" I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, okay." Like they didn't know how to feel because they're like, we couldn't tell if you guys were serious or not. And Owl was technically like my rebound because we dated a month after my breakup with Raccoon. So like at first I didn't think it was a rebound because I thought like rebounds was like a week later kind of thing, but more I think about it with my therapist and like for our friends, they were like, no, rebounds are usually like less than 3 months or 6 months. So I was like, oh, okay. But my friends did congratulate me that like my rebound became like a serious relationship because we started dating like in like for 2 years too. So but I would never recommend to start dating like after a serious relationship because like rebound sucks because eventually I do to this day I do not know it's true or not, but like Owls had a rebound with a week after my breakup with him because same with the on and off situation thing. I was really angry at him because he was body shaming me. So I got really mad because like I was like, how can someone I love do this to me? But and also keep in mind that I was in a emotional abusive relationship, so that to me was like a trigger. And then it got really heated, and then he got mad at me, and then eventually lead to me saying like, I want to break up with you. It was like the third time. So but then I got, because we tried to like stay away, but then I got even more mad. And then it drove him to block me and like eventually rebounding. He a week after the breakup, which was shocking. Yeah, like
yeah, it was shocking.
Yeah, like why would you put my angels no I fell for an angel smiley face to appreciating my angel smiley face to my angel smiley face. And I did not know he rebounded too, but I'm glad that like I found out in some way, you know, like I was literally really delusional thinking he will eventually contact me because we also had a concert to go together. But behind my back, without even talking to me, he was selling the tickets and then avoided to give back my things. Like there's so many questionable things he did that was wild. But yeah, like never, from all my viewers and from my watchers, my chat, don't rebound. Never. Don't do it.
Rebound ever.
Yeah, like be emotionally okay, like emotionally, mentally, like
Mhm.
I strong believe like you can heal while you're dating someone new, but like you have to make sure that partner knows like your dating history and like what you have been through, and if you're ready or not for the relationship. Because if you assuming that like if you haven't been vocal with your potential partner by like leading them on, then like that's a dick move. Because I
Mhm.
hope like for the girl that he's seeing now is like she needs to, like he's obviously emotionally like not okay,
Mhm.
and he's already leading onto a new relationship, which is like bizarre to me. Because like I was his world, now suddenly he fell for an angel, like out of the blue. And like and then I had friends telling me like he must have been talking to her while you guys were together, and that's like the worst fear of mine, because I'm like I hate cheating. and and then I also thought about like maybe that's a hypocrite of me, because like that's what I did with like with Raccoon, if that makes sense. Like I like parallel it,
Yeah.
and I was
Mm.
just like that's what I'm living a deja vu by looking at a third person mode. Except that like I didn't really, and I'm like, oh shit, this is exactly what I did to Raccoon. Except like I didn't block him or anything, but
Yeah.
I was like literally a week after the breakup, Raccoon and I gave each other's stuff back. But for some reason, this owl, he refused to give my things back. Like I already
Yeah.
I was direct. I gave up the whole idea like he would eventually talk to me. And all my main goal was just to get my things back.
Mhm.
Cuz the delusion wore off after 3 or 4 weeks after being blocked in the breakup. And then I have my friends telling me like he's not worth it, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right, he's not worth it. um but and then like what, after that, like 4 more weeks later, he contacts you. He
He
contacts
reaches
you.
out to me to reach out to you about your stuff.
Yeah, and my first instinct was like to leave me alone, because I literally told you getting my stuff back isn't worth it after 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And like this man had the audacity to be like, then I'm gonna throw it. I'm like, this is a man child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, like I asked for my things back and you literally ghosted Joanna. Like
Yeah, like in the end, he unfriended me on
yeah.
everything. I'm just like, okay,
You
whatever,
literally
dude.
have nothing to do with this. And he calls you the middleman. And I'm like, she's just a messenger for getting my things back.
It's like you guys were not going back and forth on messages for me to send to each other. Like literally, it was just one-sided messages to you,
Yeah,
like from you to him.
exactly. He wasn't
That's
responding.
it. Yeah.
It was weird. And then like, oh my goodness. And then the things he was wording was really weird.
It was the weirdest shit ever, honestly.
Not even
Reading
like,
everything.
yeah, like that's why I was like, maybe he just sounded like he was mad and he will eventually
It,
talk to
it
me.
just sounded like he was just pissed off at the moment, and like it seemed like he would probably want to talk to you again at some point, but no. He just kept you blocked on everything.
Yeah.
Even on Venmo. Out
Yeah,
of
I
all
found
things.
out that like afterwards, like just recently, that he blocked me on Venmo because you added me, and I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna add Joanna back, but I didn't know where to look for the add thing, like, and then I realized in my profile I'm like short of friend, because I remember I had this number because like it's been like what 2 years since I had Venmo. And then I looked back and I went to the section where Owl's names was, and I was like, ah, I see.
He's
um
blocked you, huh?
Yeah, and for some reason, like our Venmo history, I can click on his profile, but I can't see it. So I try to block him
Mm,
back, but it won't let me block him back, and I felt so like, bro,
bruh.
Like, what are you trying to hide? Your sneaky link or something? But like, like what I'm gonna do? Venmo you back? Fucking wild. It's so weird, but yeah, the ways he was wording sounds like he was literally gonna talk to me eventually. But then what was bizarre where I was asking my things back and he said to you, "I'm going to drop you."
Yeah, I was like, why are you dropping me for? What the fuck?
Yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna drop you as well," like meaning he already dropped me. But like him having my things back, like I need my things. I was gonna literally contact the I was gonna contact authority to get my things back. And then like the most funniest thing, because one time we were talking, Akira brought this up. He was like, he contacted Akira as well, and he said, "Wrong move, buddy." Remember that? That was weird.
It was stupid.
And then Akira's response was like the funniest thing. He said, "What do you mean? Are we dueling or something?"
What is this, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. So, like, wrong move, buddy. Like, bro, like, what does that mean? Like, Akira was just trying to send a message back, like, to get my things back. Like, and then I contact our sister to get my things back too. Like, bro, this man was like the hardest person to get through, and he hasn't give back all my things back too. I don't know. And then for my situation shit, I posted him, and the next day that's when he contacted you and said like, tell her I'll give back her things sometimes. I don't forgot some shit, but then like, I just want the Dyson hair blow dryer back. And then I have proof that he told me I can keep that, and I'm like, that's weird. And he judged me. Oh yes, hi Internal Zeus. You have a question? You can type it out. But it was so weird. I can't believe, like, I don't know why for some reason my delusion as mine was like, he just needs time. Because my head, like, my whole mindset's like, no one's perfect. I'm not perfect. Like, it takes two people to argue.
Yeah.
And like, because like, it's so weird because he wasn't, I wouldn't say Owl was like abusive or anything, but the only time he was abusive though, this brought so much alarm to my friends when I revealed this. Before we were dating, oh hello Proshoto. Yes, you can you have a question, you can put in the message and we can talk about it. That like back to Owl, before we were dating, when he was with his first ex, it evolved with me and Akira, and I brought Akira's ex because she was obsessed with me, romantically and obsessively. Yeah, that was weird. That's a whole new story about crushes. So weird.
Yeah.
But I brought him, and then cause Akira and Owl were best friends, and Owl was not having how I was hurting Akira, so he like physically crushed my head.
Yeah.
And that's why Akira and all my friends who knew the story was shocked to hear that we were together. Because I always forgive people because I'm like, oh, like, I believe that people change within the 3 or 6 months period because you're not the same person with it. Because, like, your environment always gonna shape you. And, like, you're going to grow up in a healthy environment. Because, like, he went away to military. So when he came back, I thought he was different because I'm like, you can change. Oh, dream job?
Dream job?
My dream job is to be a successful streamer.
That's your dream job? Oh. Yeah. My dream job is to be a photographer. Professional photographer. But right now, I'm an accountant.
Yeah, that's good. Me too. I'm a full-time
senior accountant.
Oh, that's a slay moment.
Yeah.
Zeus, what's your question? If you're still here.
Got a question.
Yeah. But if you still have a question, you can put it down. We can answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because today's topic is about friendship and romantic relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, all my friends joke about my relationships in the past are always been toxic because
Mm-hmm.
um like red flags. Literally had a joke about like that I attract red flags ironically. But I don't know how I feel about Owl to this day in general because like even though he's doing this to me, dropping me, like I know I shouldn't care. I'm like focusing on myself
Mm-hmm.
and creating new friendship. That's why I started streaming because of him because how he was messed up. Oh, Sue's question was going to be how to ask a girl out on a date without scaring her. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. Is it true? Okay. How will you go ask a girl out without scaring her? Hmm. Let's see. Depending if you know the girl.
Yeah. If you guys are total strangers,
That'd be tough.
it's tough.
Yeah.
With this day and age.
Yeah, total stranger, that's already you gotta scare her.
Yeah.
But if you already know her, um, just try to lay it down. Maybe like show her like never bring her to the movies. That's gonna bring you no process and progress. But never do card dates. That's something. Maybe if she's into card dates, just chilling at your car, have a mini talk, maybe.
Yeah.
But to ask a girl out or a girl date, you gotta get some riz.
Yeah, you need Riz. In the end, you need Riz.
Mm. If you already know her, that's already like a step ahead. Another question: should I go vegan for a girl? No.
No.
No, don't do it.
No.
Like you can
Like,
respect her.
like if you personally, for your health, if you want to go vegan, go ahead. But you should not change yourself just for a girl.
No, don't change for a girl.
Mhm.
If it's like
Stay true
losing
to
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah. If what if it's a deal breaker if I'm not?
She's not it.
Then she's not it. If she's really hardcore pushing you, then it's not good.
Why are you guys asking each other's questions?
I think it's cute. It's like ooh. Let me ask for my friend. If it's a deal breaker, then as long as she's not pushing you, like I mean, you can try to become vegan for her. Just be like, hey, I'm gonna try this because I want to try your lifestyle. Like let her know. Don't do it like without telling her. Then she might assume like, oh, you're being vegan like now, but then when you stop and it's not your lifestyle, then she might be like mad. Let's see. Shoto wants to know your thoughts are on people moving quickly in a relationship, like going on one date and it's already sleeping all over 3 days. Sleeping all over
Like
all.
sleeping.
Like what
Like
kind of like sleeping over or like intimate?
Or like
What kind of sleeping?
Matt, I already know that they're your mods.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're Shoto and
Oh,
Zeus
sleeping
are his
over.
mods.
Oh, that's why it's Maddie's mods. Hi, Maddie's
Matt is like,
mods.
and Matt's like, I don't know them. I don't associate.
That's funny. Let's see. People moving quickly in a relationship. Uh, based on my experience, because my recent ex went to rebound. And sleeping over. I guess
It depends on how ready you are in the relationship. So
I
it's not
guess so.
moving quickly into a new relationship. It's more like
Upgrading.
steps in the relationship. Like day one is a date, and then like first kiss is like another stage.
How
And
have they done the first stages, like showing PDA? Have they been like, how fast are we talking about? Like, it could be not healthy, but as long as their communication, if it's like really early, it's really hard to tell if it's gonna be healthy or not.
like as long as everything is communicated out, then yeah, then it should be okay to go at a faster pace. But you yourself feel like, okay, if you're in a relationship and you feel like things are going too fast, you gotta communicate with your
Yeah, yeah.
partner
If it's like
that
sleeping
like you
over
feel like,
too. As long as the sleepover is not like spontaneous, like it's like planned. Cause like, yeah, Shoto and his girl are already staying over each other's house.
how close are you guys? What the heck? How
Everything is
close are the mods to know each other? What?
Let's see, over each other's house, and they only met less than 3 days. Oh, Shoto, do you feel
Did they
comfortable? Do you feel okay, or like, do you
like
feel?
okay? Question to this. Shoto, were you guys already friends or like
Yeah, that's a good question.
or is this like a girl you just met on like Tinder or like some dating app?
Never Tinder, Hinge.
No, complete strangers. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hmm.
I would say be careful for now,
Yeah, be
but
careful. For
yeah,
sure.
complete strangers is interesting. Like, just not on the dating apps or anything.
Like, did you guys meet up at a bar or something? At school?
Was it like love at first sight? Introduced by a friend.
By a friend. So like a mutual
Oh,
friend.
in a
A
bar.
bar.
Okay. So there was technically little foundation due to that friend.
Yeah, there's some foundation.
Was it like a setup by that friend, or it's just like coinky dink that they just click?
Well, that friend's supposed to be playing Cupid or something.
Oh, so it's intentional. If it's intentionally to set them up, then I think it's a bit healthy, because like friends helping out with another friend.
Maybe like slow down on that. Maybe like take your time.
Oh, so their chemistry is good then. Like if they really like each other, I guess like it's so hard. 21st century is different now compared to when our parents were
Yeah,
like.
2003 is definitely
Yeah, we can do
a different
anything
time.
other than saying I love you these days.
Yeah.
Like you can literally I have so much, like in high school, I have so much friends who talk about their situationship where they they sleep around but don't even like have a label. They don't confer their couples. They're just exclusive to sleeping. And I'm like, that's so weird. Gun to your head. Name your top 3 songs ever. Oh god.
My top 3 songs ever. Oh shit.
Okay, I can. Oh,
What
unless
the
you
heck?
sing it to Internal Zeus, or is it to us?
No. What?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
But I hope Shoto is good with this girl, because like I know that like in the beginning of the relationships, or like a big start of a relationship, everything gets really everything for now. Get down. I saw Chug Jug.
No.
Wipe out Tomato Town. um, but let's see. Yeah, Shoto, as long as you're happy, but don't go too fast. Take enjoy the moment. Sleeping over is not too bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have to talk about that before just like um out of nowhere. Cause like guilty as charged, I have slept over at like my partner's house.
I've never.
You're in the wholesome side.
Yeah. If I were to do that, my mom would have smacked the head out of me, okay?
Oh yeah, my mom and dad did, but my mom and dad loved owl. Like we were able to go to vacations as well. Like outside of like one of the places we always go is Salem, and he will always book a hotel, so we always like be there. Like same with like Cape Cod, same with basically all over our near towns. So that's how like my parents really loved owl, so that's why I'm like I don't know. Vacation is so high. Let's see.
Oh man. Zeus asked if y'all had any single friends.
Oh, I do, but like my single friends are not interested in dating. Most of my friends are never interested in dating. That's why I had no one to talk to about like relationship advice and breakups.
I do have a single friend. His name is Akira, but
Akira!
he's a guy.
Yes, Akira needs oh my god, he needs a girlfriend. If you guys have single girlfriends, please let us know. Akira needs one. We're helping you, Akira.
We need to help Akira.
Yes, we do. We need to.
I mean, he kind of also kickstarted my relationship with my current partner.
Aw, so it's like giving a like thank you back to him.
I guess so, yeah.
I don't mostly my single friends are either in a relationship or their sexuality is asexual, so they will not develop any sexual attraction or romantically. Aromantic and asexual.
Zeus is interesting. What the heck? in Akira? What? What?
Yes, don't. Even if you guys are, at least I'm pro active. What's it called?
Oh,
I forgot the name that my doctor said. Active? I forgot. If you are active in the relationship, I be safe. Use safety, protection.
What did Zeus do to here? You can't redeem stuff right now on my end.
Oh yeah, there's no sounds, right?
There's no sounds because it's the podcast.
Podcast has no sound. It's
It's a podcast.
No, Joanna purposely turned it down so we were able to have podcasts without any interaction. And our favorite Twitch emote, I think it would be my friend's custom emotes. Those are fun.
I like the. There's way too much, man. There's way too many emotes. I like. What do I like the most? Oh, 10k moon coins as compensation for this inconvenience? The heck?
Oh god.
Zeus? I don't know if I can give you a coin. How long have y'all been streaming?
Almost 2 hours.
Like, you mean like... Sure, I'll give you 10k moon coins. I'll see if I can give them to you. How do I do this? How do I do this? In general?
Oh! I started streaming because of, because starting a new hobby so not too long ago, maybe less than a month. Do I trust a sugar mama?
I started streaming since 2020. Had like I wouldn't say a hiatus, but kind of a hiatus last year. And actually a bit of like 2021 because like I was getting burnt out at that point. So I basically just popped into stream once in a while. Yeah.
I'm really helpful, unhelpful. I'm really thankful for Joanna showing me like step by steps of how to get used to streaming and knowing how to work on the mechanics. Because like my biggest drive through starting streaming was just like months after my breakup with my their ex Owl. Because like it gave me the drive to just like, you know, I can't be like duping around, so I just ever want to keep my mind off, and boom. Oh, how are you doing stream elements? Should be been. Oh wait, have you guys had any guests, or will you ever? We do plan having guests eventually. We plan to talk about maybe like relationship advice or experience through guests that we know. Like we thought about adding Matt Tomorrow and Akiro. And anyone else who are interested.
I don't know if this works. I don't know how to add points. I have no clue. I haven't added points to anyone.
Oh, and Steam Elements, I'm still new to it. Kind of, I didn't know Steam elements were a thing until Joanna showed me, so it was really nice.
Try this again.
And then, how was your day been? Not too bad.
I had work.
I had work too.
Like usually, like the usual. Type in at my desk, plugging in numbers, doing Excel stuff. Yeah, all that accounting stuff.
Very much slay. But oh my god, I hate relationships overall though. I'm very happy that like I'm able to stream because of that. I'm just a very optimistic person. It could be a good thing and a bad thing too. Is it weird if Moo GF makes 9 times the amount of money I do? Oh, my girlfriend. She brings it up almost daily. Oh. I would say no. It should not be weird that she makes more money than you. But if she's bringing it up daily, like, does it hurt your feelings? Does it feel like, is she like making fun of you, teasing you? Because if she was going to just bring it up every, like, almost daily and it's hurting your feelings, I think you should bring it up saying like, I'm not mad that you make 9 times amount money than I do, but I don't like that you have to bring it up almost daily because it doesn't feel nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you had to go to bed feeling lost, then it's really not, because your feelings are also validated too. Don't forget that, like, because you're in a relationship with her, and your thoughts and emotion is also valid. So you definitely have to bring it up with her, bring her awareness that you're not feeling happy. My wife's boyfriend said I had to go to bed. Good night. Alright, Shoto. Don't forget to give them kisses. The wife's boyfriend and your wife's. Never forget the wife's boyfriend. My wife's boyfriend gave me a GameStop card. A gift card.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. Like, expanding this question, would you date someone making less than you? Is money that important in a relationship? Woo, okay. Alright. For my third relationship, back to Owl. Because like that's the most one I truly invested in and truly loved. Um, I would date someone who makes more than. Oh wait, would you date making someone less than you? Oh, I'm the one making more. Okay, never mind, never mind. Scratch the owl because he was making more than me. Um, from my experience with being Raccoon, my second one, he had no job at all. But I was literally there for the love, like with the whole cliche being delusional. Of like I think he can change. You see this repeating pattern? But
Oh man.
I would date someone who makes less than me because like I don't think money is important. If money is really an issue, then it's like I don't think you guys should be together if it's really affecting the relationship. Like there's so many ways you can approach this. Like if let's say if I have a problem that my partner is making less than me, then I'll win like, hey, I kind of want to talk about money because like this is kind of like an issue where I see that like if he was spending a lot of and he has no money, then I'll call him out on it. But if it were like we're just living together and he's making less, I don't want to make him feel less than me. That's like the worst thing you can do for a partner. Something I reflected was like never say things that can hurt your partner, but it's also on their part if they're not gonna mention anything, then it just holds resentment. I learned that in a hard way. Because for Owl, right, I clearly needed therapy, but in my time slot, because I'm a president of an organization, full-time student, part-time job, and a side of like tutoring job and going back home in the weekends from school, I had no time to squeeze therapy, and he literally blamed me for like not being able to change. I think this is based on like what he sent to you, Joanna, when he said like she refused to go to therapy when I asked or something, and he's like it made me feel not worth it. Like that literally made me thought like, because in the past I told him like vocally that I don't, he can't help me because he's not a therapist, he's not a professional therapist, and I would repeat that to him like you can't help me, you can't help me, and he never brought this up until when I told Joanna to tell him like, oh, I'm taking therapy now, and then suddenly he brought up with like her going to therapy now made me feel how I feel in the relationship. Like of course I felt guilty, like I feel like shit, like is that what I did to him? Like I didn't feel right, and that's the something I really want to fix on. It's just not like don't make your partner feel less than you mentally and physically as well. So if money is like a really important in relationship, I would say just, and it's affecting your mental health, don't do it. Don't just drop the relationship. It's not worth the emotional pain for both of you guys, like at least for me. So like like making less than me is not a problem. It's just the way of how you're spending it and if you're communicating it with me, because I like, again, I never want to do the same mistakes, because like I to this day I feel guilty for what I did to Owl. Like mental, his mental health, like it feels really bad, and I can't, that's why I feel really guilty mostly. But it's like there's nothing I can do now. Like he refused to talk to me, or like closure, like silence is already closure, silence is already an answer, and it took me a long time to figure that out. But I'm glad though, I'm in a good spot. So that's why, like, if money is there, love is love. But like, you remember, love is not the only element. You also have to keep in mind that like feelings as well. Like if she, and how you approach it, because I will say both sides can be defensive really fast, and then you gotta figure out each other's attachment styles. Anxious to secure, and avoidance styles attachments. Those are important, because maybe like one day we can talk about like what I learned in therapy as a podcast session. I literally learned a lot through therapy. when I say my third relationship fucked me up, I mean like it really fucked me up. I had to go like a lot of baggage, but now I'm really good. Like at least like I'm not as like hung up. I think I always ask Joanna like, oh, have I changed? Have I changed?
Yeah.
I always worry that because I want to be a best version of myself after the relationship. I hated that. I hated that I had to beg for a man to come back and stay with me. But now I'm here like here. I mean, while back when we were talking about relationship advice, I saved my friend's relationship, and I had a friend who joined in the call was like, yeah, Jelly's one of those people who always help people out and make like create friendships for them. Like I can literally do so much things to people that I didn't know, and he always liked to remind me that like how much my input into like the way I am helps other people. Like I help people find their friends, I help people with their relationship, I even help couples becoming a couple, like two friends, strangers become a couple. And yeah, so that's why I'm like I like the way I am, and I thought I was the fucked up one, and then all my friends validate me like, no, like you may be like, yeah, sure, you can find out some things like the difference in the flaw, but the most important thing is that like as long as like you're not hung up on the negative where you can barely do anything, like don't like really like breaks up. I do not want to wish this upon all my enemies. Breakup was not it, and it sucks that I have to like really think about the guilt that I did. It's mostly I never thought ill stuff on him. Like I never thought like I was this toxic man, but only to my friends like, yeah, this guy is toxic from what you're saying. But um but I'm like, to me at the end of the day, I think about like what I can do better each night before I go to sleep, because I really want to become someone that either inspiring. That's why like I chose to become a president of my organization. I was nominated because the president beforehand was like, I believe that you can do these things, and like I believe that you are passionate enough to become a leader. And I thought like I was kind of like not ready for the role to become a president, but after hearing all my friends and my club mates and my board, they were like, no, you're actually a great leader. And one of the organization event we did was Lunar New Year, and I did a whole speech to like 300 plus people in the room by myself. And afterwards my e-boards were like, you are so cool. And I was flustered. I don't take compliments as well because I get flustered easily. So I'm like, it's no biggie. And then there's a video on my personal social media where at the end of the year they surprised me roses, and they were thanking me of my hard work, of my efforts. So it's really good to acknowledge that like I can do something for people, but it's so hard to do things for myself. And I still, to this day, I have a hard time to kind of like, it's kind of weird because I have the aura of like really independent person, but I always also feel like I'm like weak in some places. So that's why all my friends are like, now this is the time you should think about yourself and not think about Owl, and think about like what you can be better for, like relationships in general. But like I'm also encourage like people that like once you feel okay to move on from your relationship, you can try to pursue a new relationship, but you just have to be very very vocal about your mental health and your goals and what you're seeking for. And them understanding what triggers you, what still makes you upset, what things that they need to look out for, what things they can do to help you to cope with that, to cope with the triggers, and like how how to do this and do that. Like, for example, one of the good friends that I recently got closer with is Matt Morrow. And one of the hangouts that we went was the aquarium. I told him about my triggers, that I'm very sensitive to sounds. And of course, aquarium is a target place for children's screams. So I had to tell him like if I feel overwhelmed, like I have to cover my ears. So like to at least pipe things down, because I don't want to get overstimulated where it's like I'm triggered and shut down. Because I'm also currently fixing my shutdown problems, because like apparently that has affected with Owl, and I don't want to do that with my future partner again, because I developed that because of my second relationship with Raccoon, and I shut down because he would gaslight me, always blaming me, always telling me that like I'm wrong, no, you're wrong, I'm right, and body shaming me. So that's where my psychological emotion abuse developed and became an easy habit. And me moving on to a relationship with Owl did not give me the time to reflect and to heal properly. So that became like a whole baggage for him, which that's why I blame myself a lot. And my therapist was like, yeah, this is why now you're kind of going through this, slowly processing, understanding yourself. Then you can find a like relationship. So yeah, that's why I had to make sure for my future partner to understand who I am, understand where I came from, how my issues developed, and how they or he or she can help reduce that or prevent that. So that's my advice, to just like take this breakup very seriously. Don't jump in too fast, but the real ones who really like you will stay with you until you're fully healed or until you're ready to date. Those are like the treasure ones. Cause my situation shit was so random.
Yeah.
Like he hit me up in my work with the Kanto Riz, the Asian language Riz.
Mando Riz.
The Mando Riz, yeah. And then he left. After when Owl reached out to Joanna, all he heard was like, "Oh shit, she's gonna go back to her ex." And I'm like, "Nah, man." And then he ghosted me. I could you not. It was weird.
Yeah.
And like, good thing too. That guy was like, he was the one who suggested let's do 3 months. And then rushes to ask me to be the GF, like after hearing my ex reaching out. I'm like, homie, we just met like 2 or 1 week, and that's a red flag.
Like, chill, dude.
And like, I should have seen the red flag, because he asked, okay, all right, boys, for the boys chatters in my in my chat box, don't, if you're going to invite a girl, like, don't make her wait for 2 freaking or 3 hours and make her watch you sleep. Like, with context, for this situation I was with, he FaceTimes me, and I'm getting ready for our date / hangout, and he literally wasn't gonna wake up until like, so he says let's hang out at 11 a.m. but the time that he wakes up to get me, it was already 3 p.m. It wasn't even the first time. That second time was like the third time. And I had a conversation with him. I was like, listen, I can't do this. Like, you can't ask me to go on a date with you and hang out and make me wait for you to wake up and go with you at 3 p.m. and when you say 11 a.m. And that's fucking weird. But yeah, situations are built different. At least with me. I don't know about other people.
Not gonna lie, I also felt weird when he would drive over to your house like at night.
Yeah.
Just to see you.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, It's like there was that one time where we like, just like you were still streaming, and like he was like, he was like, keep streaming. I'll just come over. He was just like, wait, what? What? Why are you telling her to keep streaming? That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was weird.
I was like, I made a face. I was like, okay, but I'm just gonna keep streaming then.
Yeah.
I felt something was off, but I was just like, well, like I already introduced him to my friend group. I don't want to like bring tension or anything.
Hmm.
So, but then when once when he ghosted me, I was like, yep, nah, that's
Yeah,
that's
that
a
was just
blessing in
weird.
disguise. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just weird.
Oh, and then Zeus says, nah, my rule or whatever you call it, is if we had a plan and we set a specific time. If you're a couple minutes late and no communicating advance, I will leave. Like, that's the thing. I wish I could just leave, but like, we were literally gonna hang out. It was kind of weird. I should have been like, I'm not going.
My response to her was like, yo, you should just like take off your makeup and just put on some sweats and just go out like that for the hangout. Because like if he wasn't gonna put in the effort to wake up on time, then just don't. You shouldn't put in the effort to make yourself look pretty.
Yeah, cause I always for dates and like hangouts, I like to make myself pretty. But I know like it's just for me thing, not for like for attraction or anything. It's just cause like um for
It shows
example,
that you put effort.
yeah, putting
You
effort.
take it
It's
like seriously.
yeah, exactly. It's like it's just like hey, if you compliment me, that's a bonus too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta get the best version of me, but then when it's just us two, we're like a low key, cool day. It's just like me with no makeup. Like if you like the both sides, that's just really like a green flag for me.
Mm.
So that yeah, but I mean I'm also not refusing to not see anybody as I'm healing. I mean I'm in a good place
Mm.
for me to maybe see someone new. Like what do you think, Joanna? For me, like. Because I
I
love
think you
asking my friends
should.
advice.
I think you should try to stay single a little bit longer, you know? Live
Mm,
out the single life for a little bit longer.
yeah. That's what my
'Cause
two
I
close
feel like
friends said.
you might need more time to heal.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Luckily, I mean, I'm very grateful for making new friends. I mean, like, I met Matt Morrow, if he's still
Hmm.
here.
If he's still awake.
If he's still awake. No, he's definitely
Oh, I'm
awake.
definitely sure he's awake. Maybe he's probably playing on Hello Kitty Cafe or something.
Oh,
I
yeah, that's
don't know.
true. That's true.
See, there he is.
Oh, wait.
He's in chat.
Yeah, so he's one of my, like, good friends right now. So, like, besties.
Cool dude.
Yes. So very grateful. Like I think like as I believe. Oh, he goes video edit, bro.
Oh, not the
Thank
video
you.
editing. Nice.
Yeah, he's editing the vlog for me.
Yes.
Thank you again.
Aquarium vlog.
Yo, I feel like I do have the mindset of like everything happens for a reason.
Hmm.
Cause I used to be really pessimistic, and some people don't believe that as like where people met me, and then I really rarely get mad, but when I really passionately care about someone, I do go really mad, where it can look very toxic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Owl placed the balls onto my chest, I'm like, hey yo, you're like the love of my life, and you just did that. That's kind of weird. I don't think it's funny to body shame your partner, cause like it's just straight up disrespect. It's not just insecurity. Like if your partner is insecure about their body too, that's just like a double whammy,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like asking for it. So yeah, that was not it. So I like for the boys in the chat, do not body shame your partner like that. It's just straight up disrespectful. Unless she already been vocal about like she doesn't care.
Unless if she like actually like makes jokes about her own body, and she's
Yeah.
okay with you like poking like a little bit of fun at her body, then that's okay. But like
Oh yeah, like I
for
think
most part, don't do it.
yeah. That's the right. Right. Because I was like, she can make fun of her own body, but if you make a comment about her body, she'll take it very personal because you are her partner. So
Like
it's
if she allows you to do it, then don't take it too far though.
what I do to body shamers shoots.
Yes.
Yeah, like always self love. Like I'm currently learning to self love. Like I'm very critical of myself for no reason. I think that's like all my friends said to me. Like when I asked them like, did I change? Did I change? They're like, Julie, yes you did. Like they're like, you did. Like just don't worry about it. But I'm like, but this. They're like, you're only worrying about it because of what your ex said about behind your back. Because I was surprised that he talked to people that he wasn't even close with about how toxic I was. And I get mad because I'm like, tell them the reason why I became like that. You know? It's like I don't get mad for no reason. I mean like there are some girls who get mad at like for no reason and some guys too. But like for the context between me and Al, it's just like it's because you body shame me. And of course I got angry and I'm like, you know what? This is it, breaking up. Because like if you're going to disrespect me like that, it's not the first time too. There was like multiple times, but I don't bring it up. But the most recent one I will bring up because that what led to the breakup. And I told him like you're fucked up. And like I was really toxic. I started like swearing at this guy, telling him like how messed up he is, and I was like, tell your parents that yeah, we're over. Cause he was more scared about telling his parents that we broke up.
Man child.
Yeah, he was like, what do I tell my parents that we're gonna break up? Or like we broke up. I'm like,
what does the relationship have to do with your parents? Your parents aren't involved with this breakup.
no. And like his mom is the sweetest woman, but until the breakup. Because I literally my dad encouraged me to keep contact with his mom. I kept telling his mom like I apologize because for me, if okay, for my future partner, if we ever break up, I will go to your parents and be like, I'm sorry that we ended this way. I just want to say thank you for letting me in your home. Thank you for like sharing the food, like appreciation, and I'm just gonna leave. Like I'm gonna thank them and leave. But for Owl, I thank her for allowing me to be in her home, and we were gonna go to Caribbean together as a family too. So I thank her on that. So I thank her everything what she did. Like she was like a second mother to me. And then I told her like goodbye, but then she goes like, "Oh, let me help you guys out because I love you as like as my daughter-in-law." So but he straight up ignored his mom. And like every time she mentioned about me, he like I think he got mad or did something because like for example, my mom tried to call him to get my things back. He like threw his phone. At least that's what my parents told me. I don't know if it's true or not, but I don't know. There's some of me like refuse to believe that he threw the phone, but then also he has violent tendencies, so I'm like could be. He disrespected my parents, but I show respect to his parents. Like what the fuck? Yeah, what you gonna say?
Nothing. I was like, oi.
Yeah. It was so messy. But I understand too, cause I was literally trying to get my things back, bothering him, but I don't want any link for him to reach out to me. And I can't go explaining to him why I'm reaching out. I can't be like, I'm reaching out because I don't want you to eventually contact me. Cause it's already too long. And I just want to go short and direct. Like I remember asking you, like, is this direct? Is this something he would read? It's like short and easy, straight to the point. And you're like, yep. Send my list.
I mean, they were long messages, but it was still pretty direct messages.
Oh, yeah, try my best. But I can't believe after like 4 weeks later he contacts you and like, I'm gonna drop her thing soon or like sometime whatever. But for a Dyson, but I'm like, leave me alone. I already gave up. That's why I haven't messaged him back. I even asked you like, should I tell him like I gave up this stuff? And you're like, no, just leave him be. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna not care. But he shows up. It's always the feel. It's they okay. It's true. They always come back when you detach. They always come back. It's not it. But I mean, for my next relationship goal, I really have hopes that like this is the one. As a hopeless romantic. That I want a healthy relationship that like, cause now I'm like experienced with 3. Now I really understand what my 3rd relationship is like. I want my next one to be at least like not as chaotic, and at least trying our best, like both being decent or like at least good humans to each other and towards people around us. Because I literally did not know about Owl's past until like that one night that group of friends talked about.
Yeah.
That blew my mind off because I was like, he never did that to me.
Too. Because I've only heard like rumors about him back in high school, but I didn't know like the full extent of the rumors.
Yeah, and my
oh
god,
wow,
I feel disgusted, like physically and mentally. But also me with the mindset of being like really positive. I will, if he ever wants to eventually like reach out. I really doubt it, but if he ever reaches out, I will listen to him. But if I'm in a relationship with someone new already, I will not take him. Like if that's his goals or something. Like if his goals is to like try to get me back after like with his after his, what's it called, rebound relationship, then okay, like what do you want me to say? Like, I'm gonna forget what you did to me, like whoops or whatever. But if I'm not in a relationship by then and he reaches out, I'm just gonna listen to him and like be like, okay, and also do the same result. Do nothing. At this point, like I put so much effort on getting my things. I already got my things. That was the goal. Now I don't have goals to do anything other than like ignore him. So yeah, like I literally, the breakup was so bad where I had to make a post about like, okay, friend, I literally didn't think like people noticed that I went on hiatus. Like after the breakup, I like deactivated my social medias because I had to literally breathe.
Yeah.
I recommend doing that too for relationship advice. If you need to breathe and like away from social media, deactivate it. Don't delete it, but deactivate it. And then when I came back, some people, even during my hiatus of my healing era, people thought I blocked them. So they messaged me. They're like, "Why did you block me?" And I was like, "I didn't block you. I deactivated my account." And they start asking why, and I'm like, "I'll tell you later on." So I was sick of like when I went back, I got sick of people asking me, "What happened?" Like, "Oh, your account is back," and then like this and that, this and that, and then at first I was answering like, "Oh, I broke up with my ex," and then they're like, "Oh my god, why? What happened?" And I'm so sick of like telling them. Like I'm the person who will tell you if you ask me. I'm not gonna be like, it's not your business. I'll be like, okay, this happened, this and that. So then I just made a post be like, oh, thanks guys for noticing. I literally made a step-by-step how to get over a breakup. And a lot of people messaged me saying like, this is so relatable. Oh my god, I wish I had this when I was going through my breakup. Like, you deserve better, this and that. I got so much comments. And I was like, this is the first time I felt seen, like as like I'm helping someone, like without doing much, because I like all I did was post like my notes from therapy and stuff. And then yeah, and then I'm one person I also want to thank is like our sister because she gave back my stuff. My ex did not give back my things.
She's a trooper.
She is a trooper. Until when I posted about, I was like, oh, I found out Owl's past. Then she unfriended me. And like, I understand that you love your brother, but like you also hate your brother, but you love your brother. But I mean, like, oopsie, but like, you gotta know your brother's kind of shitty as a friend. Like, he may not be shitty as a brother, but he's a shitty as a friend. But, yeah, that was wild. But I'm glad that I'm thankful for her, cause I literally don't. I like if she didn't give back my things, like I wouldn't really think much, cause my things, like my things compared to a Dyson hair blow dryer, I think Dyson worth more.
Yeah.
It was weird things that like he refused to give back to me, like personal clothing, like bras, he wouldn't give back.
Wait, he never returned those?
No, he returned it. Remember how I told you like he has like my personal things, like bras, and you were like, no.
Like,
That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, he had those, and he wouldn't, and then he wouldn't give back. Oh my god, he has my hairbrush too. He didn't give it back. He has my hairbrush. And he always cleans my hairbrush, so I'm guessing that he's using it for his new girl or something. I'm like, that's disgusting.
No.
Yeah, so he has that. And he gave me his whole Mamamoo collection. And I'm like, I have my own. Like, what do I do with this?
You can sell it, honestly.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think a lot of people will buy it. Unless I sell the photo cards.
Ooh.
But yeah, like it was, he refused to give it back. And then when I was feeling a little anxious too, cause like when I got the boxes back. Oh my god! Speaking of anxious, do you remember the time that I would get anxiety for just thinking of him coming near me?
Oh yeah.
I would physically throw up. That was so bad. I was sent home.
Yeah, you were at work that one time.
Yeah, and my managers was like, yeah, you're not in the mental state to work right now. My god, thinking of him coming to my home made me gag and threw up. Oh my god. And then my parents were so concerned.
Because you weren't even eating too.
Oh yeah! I was not eating, I was not drinking, I did not move out of my bed. Like, that's how bad this breakup was. Like, it was kind of weird because I was watching like videos on YouTube. They always said the dumpers will feel regret. That was like months later. But like, this was like a few weeks after. Yeah. Cause like I really loved him. Like I was really googly eyes, like love glasses on. And this guy clearly did not give shit about me, and he already moved on. This is like after when I found out the whole status change.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Do better. So yeah, overall relationships, we can give advices of like your relationship is pretty strong and healthy in my opinion. Like
yeah, I could honestly just like give like a really short rundown of how we got together. Honestly, it's 5 minutes because this is a long podcast.
We can always do a part 2 about this too. Like eventually.
There could be a part 2, I guess. Yeah, an update and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, update would be nice.
Yeah. Like, update on you, how you've been doing and stuff. In your progress.
God, my romantic love life.
The part 2, I guess. But yeah, so for me, I I've been with my partner for 5 years now.
Slay.
5 long years. Still going strong right now. So I known him since middle school, but clearly he does not remember it for some reason. Cause I'm pretty sure I know why. He had a crush on a girl at that time. That was not me. so so it's
Dang.
just like yeah. So definitely he would not remember me at all from middle school. And then we shared like same classes from freshman year and sophomore year of high school, and he also did not really remember that. He vaguely remembers, but he doesn't really remember that we shared classes. So I'm just like, is this dude just not remembering anything? What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
But anyways, fast forward to junior year, we also have some same classes, and um I like had group projects and assignments with him. So I was like, hey, give me your number. I think I asked him for his number because I was like, you need it's not Riz or anything. Like literally, it's for a project. Like we need to communicate for a project. It's like we gotta do this part. It's like you do this part, I do this part, and then like we cross-reference and see if it's good and shit. So that worked out, and then we kind of like um started talking more and more on text, and it got to the point that we became friends basically, because like we shared like some some funny things about like how we dislike our Spanish teacher. We didn't share the same Spanish class, but we had the same Spanish teacher. So like
Oh
we shared
boy.
like it was just so funny because it's like everyone did not like that Spanish teacher at all. So we
Bruh.
just like had that in common. It was just so funny. So, like I shared memes here and there, and then I also like because I had like the morning class for Spanish, I would like tell him what's ahead for his class because he's got the afternoon class. So I was like, oh, this is probably the assignment for your class, but it might be different. Just telling you. And he's like, oh yeah, thanks. And then we ended off junior year pretty good. Like we were like basically good friends at that point, like really close friends. Like we even worked on a Spanish video together, despite the fact that we were in separate classes for Spanish. Like somehow our Spanish teacher allowed us to work with someone from a different class.
Ooh.
I had no idea that was even allowed. And like that happens. Like he was in my video. Like we worked on a video together um with my other friend too. And like I did all the editing and shit and subtitles and stuff. Man, hated Spanish so much. Oh, I just did not like Spanish at
Brought,
all.
but Spanish brought your two and more.
No, actually it was chemistry.
Eh?
Yeah, we
Literally
basically
chemistry, Limo.
because our first class together in junior year was chemistry, and then like I saw him and like this other guy were just like at the lab area, just like we were like filling out the packet of like what's this equipment and what's that equipment and stuff, to understand the chemistry equipment stuff. So I was just like, can I join y'all? And that was like the second day or first day of school. So I was like, can I join y'all? And he's like, sure. And that's how we like started talking, I guess. But wasn't really talking until we like got a group project together.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love
But yeah,
stories like
and then
that.
going into
Mhm.
summer vacation between junior and senior year, we texted quite often over the summer
Mhm.
between between the two of us. And then I was like, towards the end of August, I was like, "Hey, what's your class schedule like?" Because it was like around that time the class schedules came out. He's like, "Oh, do you have this class and that class?" And then he's like, "Oh no, unfortunate." But like we did share like I think was it fuck, what did we share? I think we shared marketing class together. 'Cause that was like like I got rid of my foreign language class and I just plugged in a marketing class because why not?
Mhm.
Because at that point I was like, I might as well just plan for college and I might be going to a business school. So just take a marketing class.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was in my marketing class and we basically was like, okay, we gotta sit next to each other in marketing class because you're probably gonna be the only person I'm gonna talk to at
Mm.
marketing class. And we're like, all right. So yeah, that happened in senior year, and we basically got to talk more and more. We talked in person, and then like all the other stuff. Fast forward to like December, he asked if he wanted to. He asked me if I wanted to go see like this play that was playing at our middle school. I was
Mhm.
like, sure, but how are we supposed to get tickets? And then he's like, maybe ask your brother. My brother at the time went to that middle school, so I was like, hey, bro, could you get like 2 tickets to this play at your middle school? And he's like, sure. He's like, okay.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, so this is just a hangout, I guess. I was just like treating this like as like two best friends
Yeah.
going going together.
And then.
And towards the end of December, when it was getting close to Christmas like break for
Mhm.
us, I gave him a Christmas card that is like along the lines of I'm really grateful for you to be like a really close friend of mine over the past year, all that other stuff, and I was like, you're my best friend, and then he took it seriously, like he thought he got friend zone at that time, actually, because of like
Mhm.
my wording on the card. I didn't want to word it weirdly as if like I was like gonna like
Mhm.
ask him to be my boyfriend or anything. So like that's why and I didn't want to break the friendship if I wanted to like confess to him. So I was like, yo, best friend, best male friend.
Oh, I guess he felt
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah, he felt hurt. So I was like, he didn't tell me this until we started dating, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't tell me all this until like we started dating. But anyways, like yeah. But then like the day before for Christmas break, um I asked him, "Hey, do you want to go to prom together as friends?" He's like, "Sure."
Aw.
I asked him to prom as
Slay.
friends.
Mhm.
As friends. Emphasize on as friends.
Oh.
So yeah, Christmas break happens. We still text each other. It's like, oh, how's Christmas? How's New Year's? And all that other stuff. And then January comes along. We upgraded. We started FaceTiming each other.
Aw.
Yeah. Um, and like I did the dumbest shit ever, actually.
What?
I was like, when we get back to school, it's like when we get back to school, I started resting my head on his shoulder, and like we started holding hands, but we were not dating yet, and it was just like I now I think about it, I was like, why the fuck did I do that in the
Oh,
first place?
cause you
This is just
like it.
yeah, that's it. I was like, I like him. I just didn't know that because like I didn't have a crush on him, you know,
Yeah.
like nothing like I had because like that second crush basically traumatized me from like ever wanting to have a crush on anyone, you know.
Oh.
So like I just like probably I just like subconsciously had a crush on Andrew and I just didn't know that, you know?
Yeah.
I just didn't know that. I was just oblivious of my own feelings, you know? I was just like I was being touchy
Mhm.
to him and he was like kind of weirded out, but he went along with it. And then towards like mid January or like yeah, kind of mid January, we had like this one FaceTime call and then like I popped up the questions like, "Hey, do you have a crush on anyone?"
Oh my god,
And
it's
like
always
it
that.
was
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, "Do they go to our school?" And it's like, "Yeah." "Are they in our grade?" It's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Who is it? You don't mind telling?" And he's like, "It's you." And I was like, "Me?" He's like, "Yeah, you." And I was like, "You like me?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I think I kind of like you too." And
Aww.
that's how it kind of like started. And I was just like, I guess we're boyfriend and girlfriend now. And it's like, I guess it's official. But that was just like confession stuff. So
Mhm.
like I guess like 2 days later, because this was like literally the Sunday before Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So like we had to go back to school on a Tuesday. So we didn't start until
That's
Tuesday.
so cute.
Yeah. And at that point when we got back to school, I think we were just official.
Mm.
Yeah. And then he spilled the beans about how I like how I worded my Christmas card. Like he thought he got friend zoned. Um, he also thought he got friend zoned with the prom thing too. So
Oh, poor him.
yeah, I'm so sorry. And also, he told me that he treated that play hangout as like a first date for him. But to me, I was like, oh, it's a hangout between friends.
Oh, oh,
Like,
poor
this is
him.
so stupid, Joanna. What the fuck are you doing?
It's okay. Baby Joanna was just trying to figure things out.
Yeah, I was 18 at that point.
Oh,
I ain't a baby.
legal baby Joanna looking. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
I was
funny.
just like, we were both freaking 18.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is all still in senior year, and then like closer to when it was proper promposal time, he
Mhm.
like revealed to me that he was gonna ask me to prom in like a pretty cute way. Is like he was gonna have like a rolled up poster board and ask me to like, hey Joanna, could you grab that poster board and unroll it and then
Oh.
because it was like supposedly for his project, right? And then it would have said, "Will you go to prom with me?" You know,
Oh.
that was gonna be his plan, and I kind of ruined it by asking literally the day before Christmas break, way before promposal season.
Oh my god.
Hey, that gave us enough time to plan out what colors we were gonna wear to prom. Okay.
Ooh, he planned that out?
Yeah, he wanted to match with me.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. He wanted to match colors with me, so we both like the color blue.
Mhm.
Blue's our favorite color. We
Oh,
can share that for sure.
that's so stinking
Yeah.
cute. I wish I went to
Yeah.
my prom. I didn't have prom.
Oh. Oh yeah, 2020.
2020 was a rough one.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It was
But
busy.
I did went to prom only one. It wasn't my prom though. Yo, you know those jokes where like seniors once they see freshmen, they're like they go gorilla mode.
Uh, I feel like
My
I've
very
I've seen
first
that.
oh,
I've seen that before.
my very first relationship was that.
Your first relationship was with a senior when you were a freshman?
Yes.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, we met through band.
Oh god.
Yeah, I already started a band. It's rough. I didn't know. Like, I was just like, my very first serious relationship. We ended like a year, and I found out red flags were a thing from that, cause he was possessive
Mm,
and keeping me away from my friends and my family,
that's just so weird.
and he got jealous whenever time with guy friends.
So weird.
Yeah, so that's where I'm like, oh, well, when I broke up with him, I didn't feel anything. I didn't cry, no shed tears.
Mm.
And then yeah, and then a couple months later, let's say, how long is a summer vacation? Like 4 months?
Summer vacation? Nah. It's like our last day of school for public school is like towards like end of June, mid June, and then we didn't start classes until like after Labor Day.
Oh shit!
Like only
So it's like
2 months,
3 months ish.
2 months and a half.
Damn. Um.
Yeah, it's pretty short
Oh my.
compared to compared to what we go through in college.
Yeah. Holy
College
shit!
feels a lot longer, actually.
I just realized it's only been 2. Okay, cause like after I broke up with my ex,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got into a relationship like after 2 months with my second ex. I think.
Seriously, what?
I think so. Like I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, have I?
Hmm.
No, actually, no. I took like 4 month break because not month break, 4 month, and then I got into a relationship. Not two, because I remember towards the opening of the going back to school.
Hmm.
Because I broke up with my ex on May because he found my location through Snapchat.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he found my location through Snapchat. Yeah, that's where I'm like, okay, that's not
Weird.
it. Like,
Kinda weird.
that's where I knew like that's not normal. So that's why I broke up with him because I was like, I didn't tell you where my location was purposely, and you somehow found your way through here.
Red flag.
Yeah, and then when I told my parents I broke up with him, they were devastated because I brought the whole like, oh my god, this boy can speak our language so we can communicate better, and he was like the most ideal guy before Owl, and it was like, yeah, like I went to his prom though, and it was freaking weird. I was the only freshman in there.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
'Cause at that point, majority of those people were like 18 and you were just
he was 18.
15.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
So it's a weird dynamic there.
I didn't know that was weird. Like that's the thing. I thought it was like, oh, because my mom told me like, oh, age gap is good.
Eh,
Yeah, my mom was like, oh, he's only like 2 or 3 years older than you. That's good. That's good. Like, I'm like,
that's not good in high school.
no. I learned that afterwards, and I'm like, oh, okay. There's so much
Okay, it
memes.
depends on the couple though. But like for like a freshman and a senior, yeah, that's a no no.
No, yeah, that's a worst mistake
It's like
ever.
when he goes into college, you're still in high school, and that's a weird dynamic there.
That's basically what happened.
Also, it's also kind of legal.
It was
A
weird.
little bit illegal.
Yeah.
Kind of illegal. Yeah. If he does any other thing other
No,
than
no, that's
holding
the
hands,
problem.
you know?
So luckily he okay, luckily I didn't do anything, but
Mm.
he was pushing it though.
Yeah, no, that is illegal. You're 18 at that point.
Mhm.
Not you, but he was.
I was
He was
literally a
18.
minor.
You were a minor. You've been only a teenager for 2 years.
Yeah.
So,
I remember it and I told like my friends and they were like, "Yeah, you literally dodge a bullet." Cuz like I knew like the uncomfortableness of like him doing that. I'm like I said no, but then he kept going. Then I'm like, "Yeah, no." That's where I
yeah.
lost feelings. That's why when I broke out with him, I felt no tears, did not cry. I already moved on
Mm.
cuz I was really done with the BS of how like oh, one of the red flags was every time we argue, he buys me gifts. I remember that.
Mm, that's,
Like a
yeah,
band-aid. Like, "Oh, I'm sorry that you're mad at me, but here's this gift." It was
trying
really bad.
to, trying to like avoid,
Basically.
like confronting about the issue. Instead, distract you with gifts.
Yeah.
Showering you with gifts.
And then that made my parents'
Mm.
life like Tim because they were like, "Oh, see, he cares about you, buy you gifts." I'm like, not with that context. Like,
No.
it's weird. And then that's why I look back to it now. I'm like, I never learned how to properly have arguments with friends, like with not friends, arguments with my partner because my first one literally put gifts as band-aids.
Dude.
And then
I,
my second one, I wasn't even allowed to argue. He literally like gave me the silent treatment. And then my third one, I have a argument, but it's like it's unhealthy argument where I'm like yelling at him, not yelling at him, but like calling him like, "What you did is fucked up." Like I
mm,
don't know, like unhinged arguments.
yeah.
So that's why I'm like, mm. Like I mean, it's it's weird. I don't know. I'm like, why does this happen to me? But that's why I'm in therapy.
No.
But I am
Therapy is
learning.
good though. Good for you for going to therapy.
Thank you. Like, I mean, I've been to therapy
Definitely help
before.
you.
Oh, it helps me a lot now. I'm like, um, it's just kind of weird because like I would still feel like I mean I know it's not like I should care about what Owl said to me, but like I do feel generally feel bad that like what I did to him was kind of like not good and like I see that, but I hope that he knows that what he did to me was not even right too. Like I just hope. Like I don't need to know confirmation, but I hope that girl treats him right. Like I definitely do feel like if she can treat him right, then that's all I can ask.
Mm-hmm.
Or like behind the scenes helping. I still have the letters that I wrote to him. I'm thinking of burning that shit up.
Burn them.
Yeah, I'll burn
You
them.
have
I will
to burn
literally
them.
film me burning it and just upload on Twitter.
Yes.
I would probably do
I
it in like a
fully support you.
grill.
But don't burn down your house.
Oh no, I'm gonna do it in like a safety area, like the grill area.
Alright.
But holy, yeah, I'm very glad that like I'm not in the Delulu era.
Yeah.
But I promised to my future partner. Maybe I can make a video and someone clip this.
Pandora?
If Pandora's still here. Alright, to my future partner. I am going to try my best to take care of you as you're gonna try to do for me. I hope that we're able to argue in like in a healthy way. And I don't want to have resentment towards each other compared to like my experiences with my past. I hope that we can create something that we can be in a healthy environment for mentally and physically as well. I promise, like, of course, as like a decent human being for you and me, don't put hands on each other, because if we're fighting, that's not gonna do good. Um, and also that when we fight, don't go to bed angry, kind of thing, because that shit sucks. It's like it literally makes you awake. Um, I really want, because like there's no I in team, so we gotta somehow figure out like fast soon as possible. I don't want this to be like
Mm-hmm.
silent treatment and a whole toxic argument, like especially like at least for me, because like I never learned how to argue in a healthy way, hence like the podcast explaining it. um
Mm-hmm.
but I am in going to therapy to try to fix that, so please let me know if I'm doing something that's bothering you or something that's triggering you, and don't hold resentment towards me like how Owl did. um because like I really, because I undiagnosed with ADHD and ADD, and with slight of like maybe I have autism as well, because I really have a hard time of understanding and reading the room. In
Mm-hmm.
ADHD, I always let things distract me sometimes, um but I try my best to stay focused. So just let me know, like I really need like hardcore communication after like the whole ordeal of the three relationships, especially my third one is like the most fucked up one, I think, because I literally got body shamed. How do I live with that? Like I don't know, like I just want to be appreciated and loved, that's all, like as like other thing. Oh, hi
Mm-hmm.
Kira.
Hero, there you are.
There he is. But yeah, it's I really don't want to repeat the same mistakes, cuz you live and you grow, and then I mean, there are some people who are not willing to grow, which sucks. But for
Mm-hmm.
my future partner and myself, and for friendships too, I want to be a healthy person for all of that. Like filling with all the spots, cuz I don't want to just focus on my partner and treat my friends shit. Like that's not right. Um but yeah, that's for my future partner. I want to be the best version that I'm now going to be for you. That's important. Oh my god, like I literally just got a thought. See, I have like my brain just literally just triggered a thought. I can't believe I got DM'd by a random. I know.
DM.
Yeah, and
Oh
oh
boy.
yeah, for my future partner, because I frequently get hit on DMs. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like literally, when recently a DM tried to hit me up, and Matt Morrow was there watching me reject this guy brutal way, and he witnessed that, and it was so funny.
It's someone I knew too. I
I
was like,
I
yo,
wrote
what the fuck is this dude doing?
I wrote, "Don't worry, bro. We can still be friends." And then the
Hit
guy
hit with the
wrote, "Ouch."
bro.
Yeah. So yeah, for my future partner, you'll get used to guys trying to hit me up. Um,
Uh-huh.
like even when I was with Owl too, guys would try to hit me up, and that always made Owl like jealous. Not jealous, but like concerned. But he knew that I won't do anything, so I won't do anything. I'll just reject the guy. And then I go screenshot and send it to you, so we both can laugh at it. But for
Mm-hmm.
now, I want to become a best, like at least good streamer,
Mm-hmm.
and make my own occasionally, and then have more podcasts like this with Joanna, because I always find
Yes.
fun to talk about with each other, because not only like engaging with like our chat, but also in learning about Joanna, and like interesting topics that we may not talk about like day to day basis, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like, since it's a relationship friendship, like I really hope you and Andrew live in a great like future ahead and like be healthy, be happy, of course, and have good health for both of you guys to continue and live throughout as couples because it's a long journey and 5 years is really really long, and it's really interesting and also like really nice to see that, to hear from your past, like how you and Andrew started from the beginning to where you guys are now. And it's always great to see the progress in relationships like that. It's like mad respects because like we may not know the whole story, only you and Andrew know your guys' true story, which is like toots to you guys for like being this long, you know, because I never seen, not like never, but I it's rare to see couples from high school to last this long, and also couples in general to last more than 5 years and stuff like that. Because like I always hear couples either last 2 or 3 or 4, and like um also like high school sweethearts always break up kind of thing too. So it's like prosperity for you and Andrew. I can't
Oh,
wait
I
to see.
definitely have seen that before.
Hmm?
I definitely have seen high school sweethearts break up.
Yeah, and usually it's
I've
messy.
seen, yeah, I've seen that like on Insta with like some classmates. I was like, oh wait, didn't they go to prom together? Oh, they're broken up. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I had
And I was
a
just like,
yeah like
it was just so weird to see. Like, but then like, man, but then like for some reason the guy is also dating. It's like dating this girl that also went to the same high school, and I'm just like, yo,
mhm.
kind of messy there. Like there
Yeah.
is like your ex and your current girlfriend is kind of close enough in the same friend group. I
Mhm.
wouldn't say they're in the same friend group, but like I feel like could have they could cross paths at
Mm.
some point. I'm just like it's a little messy there, but
Yeah.
I'm on my own business here. That's
That's
their
right.
own business.
Your
So
relationship is the number one priority. I literally had like I almost had like a high school sweetheart, but I broke up with him on my freshman college.
oh, it's a good thing you broke up with him, because damn that guy,
Yeah, raccoon was
that
not
guy.
it. It was like, cause like also I started thinking more wisely, cause he chose not to go to college. I chose to go to college, and
Oh,
for me, I don't know if it's a deal breaker, but like at least I want you to have like some educational degree, like at least like preferably college, um because like it just kind of feels like you achieve like more than high school, if that makes sense. So he was like the one, my origin for a deal breaker for that, because let's see, because he refuses to go back to college. He thought about it because of me, and then afterwards, let's say like few months, I asked him like, what do you think about college again? And somehow he was like, no, I don't think I want to go to college. And then I'm like, okay. So I was like, nope. Oh, hello. Hello, Aramoon.
hello.
We're all doing good. I hope you're doing as well. Um, we're talking about friendships and relationships.
We're getting at the 3 hour mark now. Holy cow.
Yeah, because the relationship goes on and on. Like, it's much more
For real.
intense than friendships.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yo, no, literally my whole relationships with boys are always been too long. Like, cause
Mhm.
there's, oh my god, like we're only in the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Moon. Like relationships, we're trying to talk about like red flags, our experiences, and also like green flags and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's been a hell of a roller coaster.
For Jelly over here,
Yeah,
it's
for
been
me at
quite the
least.
roller coaster. I've been mostly steady
Mm,
with my relationship.
Must be so nice. Yeah.
Except for that one time, you know?
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
no.
The one time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at least I'm turning my now I'm turning my third relationship as like a way to become a better version of myself. Cuz like I literally did not have pause moments. Like to embrace like the single focusing on myself. And I think ever since the breakup, I been focusing on myself. I've been like thinking of like what I can do better. I blamed myself for like being not a healthy person. I thought about more of myself than him. Oh, pause moments. I mean pause moments because I literally dated nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Like less than 2 months. Or I mean no, not 2 months, 4 months. I dated throughout
Well,
my high school. Yeah, so that's
mm-hmm.
why now I'm in college right now, so I even dated like throughout college as well. So that's why I'm like, I need to pause.
You
At least
need
all my
time
friends recommend
for
me to
yourself.
pause.
Yeah, you need time for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, get to know yourself more and actually like once you're fully healed and like you know what you want in a relationship,
Mm.
then you can probably start. But
Yeah.
for now, you gotta put a pause on getting into a new relationship.
Mm. Yeah, that's why
Like, hold that thought right there.
definitely take my friends'
Hmm.
advice cuz y'all yeah, it takes time.
Hmm.
It
It
does. I mean,
takes time.
I'm doing a good process of healing too. It's the with the context moon is that my third ex literally rebounded a week after my breakup with him,
Hmm.
very publicly too, with no shame. And he body shamed me. That's like one of the leading factors to our breakup.
A
Yeah, a
week,
week.
yeah. Hmm.
So that became an emotional damage for me because like I really love this guy because we've been not even we were friends for 12 years too. So I had a crush on him a long time ago, but then it died, and then it re-sparked after he came back. And yeah, he wasn't in a good headspace, but I don't know. I just hope he's okay now. Like, I mean, it
Yeah.
sucks that we live really close to each other too, and and he refused to give. He done a lot of many things, especially towards me and my friends, and questionable
Hmm.
wordings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 years. It went down the drain.
Like 12 years of a friendship.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no, it was more like 10 years of a friendship and then 2 years of a relationship.
yeah. Weird though.
So
Like,
overall, 12 years.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh god. Like he refused to give back my things after the breakup, and he had like personal things of mine, and I'm like kind of creeped out. And he refused. He eventually gave it back, but like his sister helped me get it back. So bless her heart. But it's such a weird occasion. Yeah, if he ever overall, I cannot look past that he rebounded. Like it hurts. It still hurts. Um, but I'm not gonna let it stop me finding my true partner. Like use as a motivation. I um I mean like I'm devastated, but like what can I do? There's little things I can do. I'm more annoyed at how he's treating my friends though, because like
Yeah.
there's literally no involvement, especially
Dropped
for
me.
yeah. I feel bad for I'm not gonna name them, but I feel bad that one of my friend has to be in the same work environment with him, and he hasn't been
Hmm.
very like Owl hasn't been very nice with him, and that makes me
Hmm.
mad. Like I know this person, yeah, he's like, nah, that's when I draw the line. Yeah, and Owl blocked me everywhere, including Venmo, and I learned that recently.
Yeah. It's just so weird.
Yeah, like I know he could probably like hide things that he was doing with this girl or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, he blocked me on everywhere but Facebook. He unfriended me on Facebook, and I blocked him back.
Mm-hmm. As
I
you should.
Yeah, I'm like I'm not gonna give you my Facebook. Like the hell, if you're gonna block me on everywhere, might as well go full in. But yeah, like he was treating one of my friends like poorly, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, because the friend said that like um the friend was like I can handle it, but life is like that. But I'm like, yeah, but I don't really think it's right. I like, cuz like that's just personally my optimistic and like personal
Mm-hmm.
beliefs. I still don't understand why he had to like unfriend every friend that we had. Like it's weird. And then now
Yeah.
he's starting this new scratch. He started making more friends. And I'm like his true colors will eventually rise up.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz literally same person and I, he when he had like a first relationship, he was so scared that like he will lose me and this other friend, but at the end he dropped me and this friend. The irony, the cruelty. I mean like there's nothing much we can do other than just like at least I can't do anything. He blocked me.
Yeah.
But
Just the one friend that has to work at the same place as him is just
yeah.
sucks for them.
It really sucks. But at least that friend is hanging in there, so I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
But oh my god. It really sucks cuz like I feel like every time I come home, my parents is one of the most like I guess not a healthy environment for me to grow because my parents are still hung up on him even though we apologize. We had like a conversation how like okay, my mom is not as hung up. It's just my dad now.
Dude, Dad, get over it.
Yeah. At first my parents were both so sad that like he left.
Mm-hmm.
But when I told my mom that like before we started dating, he physically hurt me, like crushed my head because of like hurting the same friend. My mom just slowly dropped me like she was like no, he's not it. Like spoken our native language was like why would you choose a guy who hurt you once? It means like he will hurt you again eventually down the line. Like she was like
Which he did.
yeah, emotionally.
Yeah.
um and then my dad still sees him as this good guy like cuz like my dad has the mindset of the Buddhist mind of being like everyone's not perfect and you're not perfect, he's not perfect. So my dad believes that eventually he will come back when he's ready. But I'm like yeah, he's very optimistic, my dad.
Too optimistic. Like, I'm sorry, but the dude is a lost cause because after like cross referencing with everyone else, the dude's been pretty much a bad dude. Pretty much a bad dude, like all throughout high school, and still
Yeah.
pretty much the same till now.
I didn't know. I
Like
literally
he's
didn't
never
know.
changed.
Yeah. So one of the
After like talking with
mm,
our friend, it was just like, oh shit. So that means he's been the same.
and it made so much it
Damn.
made me think about like what if his first ex was not crazy? Cuz he told me she was crazy.
Yeah. So what if she wasn't the toxic one, but he was?
True. It but also both, but like made him look like a spotlight like I'm the victim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's scary because like when I heard from the friend who worked in the same environment, they had like a group of friends, and
Hmm.
apparently on the first days of like when I broke up with him, he was telling his friends how toxic I was. And I'm like, that's so fast. I literally didn't tell anyone we broke up until like a week later. That's why I told you a week later.
Yeah.
Because I
I
literally
mean,
waited out.
the premise of you reaching out to me was over concert tickets and then proceeded to unload everything to
Yeah, because I was like, I need to get concert tickets. You want to come with me? And then I think you asked why, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then that's where I went all out. Because like, I'm like, if you're gonna ask why, I'm gonna as well be honest with you. Because like, it's
Because
nothing to
I
hide.
knew both of y'all, so like.
Yeah, we used to play games together too.
Yeah.
It shocked you because you thought we were going to be like a
Yeah.
couple thing.
I thought you guys were still going strong, so.
Yeah, everyone thought that too. Even my friends in.
Yeah, even my best friend said that too. Boy.
Yeah, right. But the thing is, like, every time me and him would fight, I keep it private. So like, I never tell anyone until because like at least for my rules in relationship, if you're gonna break up, keep it to yourself for 3 days.
Yep.
Because like you never know they're gonna reach out and be like, okay, I want to try again. That's why I did. I literally waited for 3 days to a week, and I'm like, okay, yeah, he's not coming back. And then yeah, after that, I still became optimistic. I was like, he will come back, but not even optimistic. It became too delusional.
I had to listen to this girl be delusional over this guy for a month.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
Yeah.
thank you for the follow, Moon.
Oh man.
Yeah, I apologize that never again. For yeah,
A
no.
month. I had to listen to her for a month.
Bless Joanna's heart for literally listening to me. Bro, I would cringe. Okay, like same thing with like my friend that he works in the same environment with my ex. I was talking to him too, but not as like a month. It was just more like maybe 3 weeks, maybe almost a month. And I literally cringed so hard. I tried to delete all the text from there. No yandere activated mode. No. No, I didn't. I was not a yandere. I was just very just not it.
You were not in the right headspace,
Yeah.
honestly.
No, it was so bad. I mean, now I'm like pretty good progress.
Yeah. You've improved.
Thank you. Like that's why I'm burning out the letters. I cannot.
Yes, you gotta burn all those letters. Oh my god.
Yeah, one of my
All the cringe.
one of my therapist suggestions that every time you want to write something to him, write in a notebook or anything like that. Yeah, progress is all that matters. Baby steps. It is true.
That's why I said at the beginning, baby steps.
There are some steps where it feels like I'm taking so much progress, but also like 2 steps back moments. But it's just more like self-sabotage thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it took me a long time to know that it wasn't my fault. Like, because I really blamed it on myself. Like, I really did. It was kind of weird because, like, I was talking to my therapist sometimes here and there, and she was like, yeah, at the beginning of the relationship, of the breakup, you always talked about yourself, what you did wrong, not what he did wrong. And I'm like, And she was like, you're like the most self-critical person, like a patient that I have. Because other people, when they break up in therapy, they always talk about what the exes did wrong, not like what you did, like what they did wrong, other than like later few months ahead. They're like, oh, I see what I did wrong, yada yada. I'm literally like the reverse. So I was like, I did this. It was me. I was not. I was the person who was toxic. But then I step back after being not delusional and I look into the past and I'm like, I have my reasons why I became toxic because of him, of what he did. So I was like, what he did made me react to this way. Cause like I'm not gonna deny I was toxic. Cause like that's how he viewed it. I'm gonna agree because like that's how he felt. I'm not gonna belittle his feelings. So like I am gonna acknowledge that like yeah, I'm toxic. I'm not gonna be like no. I'm not gonna dilute it. If he saw me talk like okay, my therapist told me toxic is a really strong word. It's the same like as hate. So toxic meaning like you're borderline abusive, but the way he described me toxic was like at least now our day and age of describing relationship toxic is like emotional abuse or like yada yada, but also referring and mixing to abuse of like not abuse, being unhealthy, like arguments, yelling. That wouldn't be toxic. That's just unhealthy. That's what my therapist said. Unhealthy behavior is not the same as toxic behaviors. So, we had to go step by step on talking how to like tell the difference between toxic and um toxic and unhealthy. And she told me, yeah, like unhealthy is not toxic. So she told me like, Julie, what you're doing was just unhealthy. Toxic is where you're being to yourself, the self-sabotaging and self-blaming for reacting the way I was because what he did to me, of like body shaming me and also adding more fire to the argument when we were fighting. So that was like a really hard process and then like yeah, like I wish like for relationships talk about each other's unhealthy and toxic behavior. Oh, like what they define toxic and what define unhealthy, because that also goes with the attachment styles as well, which gets like into deep more into like relationship too. Oh my god, like I learned so much through therapy, and even if like I get so annoyed where my ex tells me I refuse to change, I'm like, bro, everyone around me knows I'm always want to change. Like I don't want to be the same person. Like he can't have the best version of me anymore. He can't know that I'm moving on. He can't like I really want that way to stay. I don't want him to come back. I don't want him to show up like that. Yeah, gotta move on. Yeah, basically. Like
Yes.
cuz like it's not worth it. It's literally not worth it. It's the same thing as friendship too. Toxic versus
Yeah.
healthy. Moving on is not too bad. Like I was at first scared to lose him, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. His loss.
His loss, for sure.
Yeah. He refused to go to therapy. Like I don't know why he said I refuse. I'm like I'm like I have time now. I don't see him having time to do it. I see him have time to rebound. Rebound to a new relationship. Like my new relationship is my therapist.
Your new relationship is therapy and like talking with your friends.
Oh yes. That's how I started streaming. Thanks to him, because I always wanted to stream but I never had time and never had the chance to properly learn the mechanic. And since the breakup, I don't need to focus on him. I wanted to focus on streaming and getting closer with friends. Gotta set them expectation low but keep them standards high. Period. That's so true. I do want to keep my priority like standards high too, and my goals. God, like earlier we were talking about my situationship, and I'm so glad I kept my standards high. Cause man, that was a woozy.
It was definitely weird.
Yeah.
Like it at the moment, it didn't seem like weird at all, but like out when you're looking out of it, it's like, dude, that was a weird situationship
Yeah.
for you.
I was like, huh, he was really insecure because like I don't would never go back to my ex after the process I made. Like that's kind of weird. And like, oh yeah, no situation. This day and age dating is really weird now. Like,
Yeah.
That's why
It's
I'm like
confusing
taking it
for me,
slow.
honestly.
Taking things slow, and all my friends highly suggest, at least for me, for to keep being single until I feel ready.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm willing to open my I don't know how to describe it. I guess I'm open to the idea to, if there's someone who actually willing to be interested with me, then I'm try my best to be the partner, but they will have to know like I am also like dealing with this. It could be a lot of baggage as well, like for them.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're willing to do it, that's like, if they're vocal about it, then yeah, that's enough for me. If they can't, if they say they will, but then they can't, that's gonna be like oof, like.
Mm.
But I mean, I'm very vocal. Like I talk a lot, and I always talk about like my needs. So if they are, if they're able to take care of like my needs, like that's enough for me. My needs is not that much. It's just like hanging out, being vocal. I guess I'm the opposite. How come, Moon? But yeah. But I like for a relationship, since you're the only one who isn't one, Joanna. um,
Yes.
do you think your partner have to put in the effort on for like for your needs?
Are you asking me?
Mm-mm.
Needs?
Oh, Moon said I don't talk a lot, but I'm practically a ghost. Oh, that's where we're the
Uh,
opposite. Yeah, I'm like the TikTok trend. You know, like the okay, okay, la la la. I'm the lala
what?
part. I talk a lot.
I have no idea about that TikTok.
I
I'm
gotta
not a
show it to
TikTok
you.
person. I'm not really active much on TikTok trends.
Oh, I'm so active on TikTok. But I love
I am
your
on TikTok, but like I'm not much into the trends.
except for the grimace shake.
Oh, that's all over Twitter, so I'm just like, well, that's like in
Oh.
my face.
Moon said, I mean, like, I put the effort for their needs, but you should get some same amount of effort back. It is very
Mm,
much like respect.
mm,
That's so true. I thought I did that with my third relationship, because before we broke up, he was feeling really down about a professor yelling at him, telling him to do his job, right? And because I know one of his love language is gifting, and acts of service. So I bought
mhm.
him. I bought. Thank you, Matt. My fault. The
Yes,
grimace
that
shake
was
was good
good.
though.
That
Yeah,
was a good video.
that was a good video. Matt did one of the grimace shake video trends.
You sacrificed your shirt for that.
Yeah, and the ending was scary because that was also Matt.
Yeah, I was like, yo, where, how, whoa, you know,
Mhm.
dude.
Um. Oh yeah, I bought him Wakatono, the anime, like the gamer otaku
Mm-hmm.
anime. I bought him that
Mm,
limited edition one to cheer
mm,
him up. And I surprised him with 2 Batman Funko Pops because everyone should know in the chat box that I am a huge Batman fan.
mm,
So I got my
good.
partner into it at the time. Oh, I can't say partner. I got Owl into it, um, into the DC universe, especially Batman. So it was one of the things we bond, and we had like matching profiles that he was Darkwing, no, Nightwing, as Dick Grayson, and I was Starfire, because they're my occasion, like OTP, alt OTP.
Mhm.
Matt says she's my witty Batman. That's true, Matt. I fight justice at night. Justice. I love Batman. I mean, okay, one day we can do a podcast of just me, or just literally straight up me talking about Batman.
I'll just listen because I'm not like into the whole DC thing.
It's like describing
I'll
Batman.
just, it's like K-pop listens to Jelly talk about Batman for an entire 2 hours.
Literally a filler episode. I
Oh
seriously, I
yeah.
love Batman, like the whole universe. But yeah, where was I going? Sorry, my literally my brain's scattered. Oh,
I mean, it's also getting late too, and
that's true.
it's like a 3.5 hour podcast at this point.
Yeah. Oh, intern Zeus is here. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. Brutally
Oh,
beats up a person
Batman.
jaywalking. Justice. No! Okay, Batman has a weird way of justice thinking, so that is funny. You fucking jaywalk it. Punch, 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 punch.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I love the series. I love the villains in Batman's. My favorite. Okay, there's a lot of people who don't really like her, but I do love Harley Quinn.
Like Quinn's cool.
Harley Quinn's cool. I like the TV show Harley Quinn from when I had HBO Max. Didn't finish the series, but I love it. I love like adult humors and brutal. Literally Golden Kamuy, Harley
Brutal
Quinn.
anime.
Really brutal anime. No animals are saved. Most
No
funniest.
humans are safe too.
Oh yeah, no. General, no one is safe. Not even a freaking seal. Oh my god. I really recommend watching Golden Kamuy. One of the good animes. It's a Hina Hina anime. But yeah, like yeah, we can wrap up relationships and friendships because there was so much.
There's so much that there could be like a part two to this, honestly.
Like
In
an
some
update.
future. Yeah.
Yeah. God damn. I hope everyone here learns about me. Maybe yeah, it's a win podcast. Every Friday we do podcasts at after 11 p.m. EST. You can like follow our social medias by the same names that we have on Twitter and on Discord
my
as
Twitter
well.
is different, actually. My Twitter is a different name.
Oh, I will tag. Friday, where y'all at? We usually would be here.
Yeah, live.
Live, yeah, after
Live
11 EST.
on both of our streams.
At the same time. Oh, is Saturday over here?
It is Saturday right
now.
now.
It's Saturday for us too. We're in the AMs right now.
Yeah. It's almost 3 a.m. for us.
Almost 3 a.m. What next topic for Friday we're gonna talk about?
I don't know.
Let's see. We have a Google Doc full of things we want to talk about.
We can
next one we can talk about like our experience in retail.
Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Oh boy. Retail. I went through 2 different retail jobs, and I also worked in a boba shop before too. So lots of tea right there.
Lots of tea, literally. Yeah, retailing, like working in clothing stores, like customer service, cashier, fitting rooms, all of those juicy and our customer icks.
Yeah, it wasn't. Ooh, hopefully I remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I currently work. I currently work at it. Like
yeah.
Oh my god, I'm glad that you are free from customer service. But oh my god, like I can literally talk about customer service. We both relate, so we can like vent about it, and then also just work in general as well too.
I mean, I don't have too many complaints about my current work because it's literally dealing with numbers. So what am I supposed to complain about other than numbers?
That's good. Moon
'Cause
said
everyone
retail.
else is
Mm. Wait, you go first.
yeah, everyone else is good. Like coworkers, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing is, it's just like it's boring. Work is boring. Okay, in general.
Yeah, that's so true. Like I think work's only fun when you have good coworkers.
Yeah.
In my workplace, we're so close to our managers where I um straight up like no personal things. Like I one of my managers gave me flan today. That's such a win. It was a homemade flan. It's like pudding. But I love my job. I love them because I love my coworkers. But it's just like the customers sometimes be brutal as fuck.
Mhm.
Moon said retail is like where the grind begins. It's so true. You're literally on your feet. There's no moments to sit down. Oh my god. I like working in the afternoon to because like it seems faster, but it's so busy too. But yeah, so next Friday, after 11 p.m. EST time, the Eastern time, we're gonna stream
Mhm.
uh the retail stories that we have and share and our icks. Oh, Moon said my coworkers suck. I feel like I'm trying to clutch one V4 in the morning. Oh no. That's so no. I'm glad that you're carrying the team. Sometimes it's a solo win. But it sucks though when it's like those group projects where you did most of the work. Oh, Gerd. Well, yeah, so we can wrap it up since it's like almost 3 a.m. for us.
Yeah.
And I still have work tomorrow.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be great, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, I hope everyone here has a good night. We can have our last message. Do you want to say anything towards our chats?
Hope to see y'all next Friday.
Yeah. Thank
Mhm.
you. Thank you, Moon, for coming to watch us and engage with us. It's really fun to always talk about to engage with our viewers and watchers
Mhm.
because like we like to also just talk to engage as well. Like like personal
Zeus
stories.
redeemed an uwu. Mhm.
Who is a ooh? Who did ooh?
He redeemed an uwu for me.
Oh, Matt?
Zeus.
Oh, Zeus. So
Pronounced.
what do we do in the ooh? Do we do ooh?
Yeah.
Wait, we have
You
to do
just
the
did one. You just did one, so you're fine.
oh. Oh wait, let me
Yeah.
give you a better one. Ooh.
Eh? Huh?
Was that good? Is that good for Joanna's end?
What the fuck?
What? Are you shocked that I can do the ooh?
My uwu is just a deep uwu. Uwu. That's it.
Oh
Very
shit, there's
normal.
two different dynamic oohs. I do the cutesy one.
I'm the opposite because
Zeus thumbs up.
my voice is just too low for uwu. Like a cutesy uwu.
Can I do
You know?
ooh? Maybe I'll do Joanna's edition. Ooh, like that. Is that not it?
I don't know. I don't know at this point.
Cause I'm okay. Funny thing, this gives me the same energy where Akira was streaming, and then Jack was like, he redeemed a Ara Ara from Akira, and Akira was like no, and then but he eventually got Akira to say Ara Ara, and then Jack was like now Jelly's turn, and then I was like what,
Like,
and then Akira said
free.
whoa.
I was like,
Well,
yo, not for free
yeah,
here.
and then he said not for free. I was like, you're right, not for free. All right, my chat. If you help me get to 50 follows, 50 follows, then I can put the redeem to Ada Ada. You have no idea the Ada Ada demon in me wants to try that. Well, I just can't do it right now because I will get clipped.
Yes.
But
I
yeah,
think you already did
I'm
that.
almost there.
Yeah.
Let's see how much. how many? I should have like 33 now.
33.
Mm, 33 followers.
Ooh, nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, I'm so happy. 33 to go. Wait, no.
You also have to, well, the other thing is you gotta consistently stream enough days.
Mm,
Yeah.
I do sometimes take like 2 or 3 days off, but hopefully, I think on Monday, I haven't asked Maddie yet to play It Takes Two, cause
Finish up like Takes Two.
It Takes Two
Mm.
for Monday, cause
Mm-hmm.
I want to finish the game, because I didn't finish the game completely, but I'm at the area like I when I in the past was like midway, but yeah, Maddie. Cause like it's so funny. I didn't know it's so normal for two friends to play It Takes Two. I thought that game was literally targeted for couples.
Yeah. It's targeted towards friends.
It takes
Just
two to
friends.
play It Takes Two. Yeah, it does. I can't wait.
Like,
Mm.
yeah, I rarely saw any couples play it, so.
Mm. Oh my god. Okay. Speaking of, since our podcast is still in relationships,
Mm.
It Takes Two. It's one of the games that I play with Owl, but we never finish it, and he refused to play with me again.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, okay, oh well. Well, I'm like, hey, Maddie, you want to play? But I make good. I mean, me and Maddie have been playing. It's pretty fun. I really like it. Like, I enjoy playing with Maddie. That's like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, the dialogues in our sussy moments. I say weird things sometimes, but oh
Mm-hmm.
well. But yeah, Monday maybe we'll play It Takes Two. So I'll post it on Twitter and post it when we're gonna play. I want to post like a schedule, like weekly schedule, but I'm afraid that I won't be consistent with it.
Mm.
So until then, yeah, Monday, upcoming Monday, July like what? July.
3rd.
Yeah, July 3rd. uh oh, there will be a stream, and then July 4th I will be out, so there will be no stream.
Mm.
Wednesday, don't know. Thursday, don't know. Friday is our podcast.
Yes.
Friday podcast.
Friday nights. Let's
Mm,
go.
definitely.
Into early Saturday morning.
Yeah, but slay though. Yeah, we at least like oh, I'll introduce myself just in case of for new viewers such as Moon. My name is Jelly, but I'll also go by Julie. Close friends calls me Julie, but overall everyone just calls me Jelly. I usually play horror games such as Demonology, Phasmophobia, and recently I've been playing Genshin Impact, It Takes Two, and then Roblox.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying my best to be a consistent streamer, but there are some days where it takes 2 to 3 days for me to not stream.
Mm.
Yeah, fellow horror enjoyer. And oh, and feel free to join my Discord too, and then you get tweets from me. Cause even if I'm not streaming, I always tweet of like my outfit of the day and random occasionally like insights of like what I'm doing at the moment in my life, and announcement of streaming soon of what game with who, and what time. So it's really good. And what else about me? Oh, I am a jellyfish. I love jellyfish, and my goal is to become a original jellyfish VTuber. A moon jellyfish type. And yeah, that's all about me. And we can go to this lovely CEO.
CEO. Oh no. Yeah. So online, I'm Kpo Lover Fangirl, but I go by Joanna. So yeah, I play Genshin Impact, a little bit of Honkai Star Rail. I also like playing Phasmophobia and Demonologist.
Mm-mm.
I also like Minecraft.
Oh my god, I want to play
Mhm.
Minecraft soon.
We
Like,
need to do a Minecraft stream.
yeah, Minecraft stream and like have
Yeah.
like a server.
Yes. Surfer's so fun.
Yes, adventure. We can do like
Mhm.
one lives or just like straight up just like a whole survival mode. Horror and Minecraft. Minecraft is a
Mhm.
horror game. What are you talking? Like
It
especially the
can be a horror
caves.
game sometimes with the creeper just creeping up on you and you just
Mm.
don't hear it and all of a sudden it just like explodes and like what the fuck?
And the ambience
Mhm.
noise when you're mining by yourself.
Oh my god, yeah, no.
I really want to see the new mods. I haven't seen it. I seen the sniffler. It's so cute. It sniff out plants.
I have not been on Minecraft news in a while.
Yeah, me too. I hope
I don't
like
know how.
we should probably do Minecraft streams one sometime soon or next month.
Yeah.
We need to figure out maybe either
Yeah.
if we are
Like
going to like some we can either find a way to share a server or someone buys a server but we may have to pay them back because we are playing with it too.
yeah.
That could be. But that's something we can discuss later on. But feel
Mhm.
free to join our discords. My discord for my community is under the sea, and if you join Comfy K-pop Entertainment, that's Joanna's community. Um
I'll do the command on my channel.
yeah. If you follow in my Discord, it will have my I mean my stream will have my Discord. If you go to Joanna's, that will have hers with
Mhm.
her channel. I mean Discord. Oh my god, I'm twisting things. See, sometimes I really do think I have like I diagnose like ADHD or something like that because I'm also on the goal of becoming a special ed teacher, and eventually I do want to like get myself properly diagnosed.
Mm.
A lot of people has told me or asked approached to me saying like I think you have ADHD, and I'm like what? So yeah, I'm really happy that friends are concerned about like my well being. I really sometimes
Mhm.
don't think too much about it. But I'm glad that I have friends that help me over conquer like my breakups. So I'm moving on to the new light. Sounds like I'm dying. And I'm really glad that I'm able to meet new people through Twitch community as well. So I'm very happy that to you know be in a good place, and I'm proud that everyone here like be proud of yourself. Don't forget that today is you now, but tomorrow you don't know who you're gonna be, but it's gonna be better than what you are yesterday.
Mm.
That's the motto I really love. And then another my manager advice for me is you are what you think, because our mind is really powerful. Like if you think you're a mean person, you're gonna become a mean person. If you want to be a good person, like you want to think yourself like make yourself into a good person.
Mhm.
But yeah, so thank you for coming. Oh, think I thought it was eat.
Mm.
Hmm? What do you mean by that? Think thought it was eat. Do I eat today?
Mm.
Don't worry. I think maybe Moon's typing it soon. Oh, you are what you eat. Oh, really? Eh? I don't know. I
Kelly
never
has
heard about that. I only know you are what you think. Is it the same meaning?
I think that's probably when you're watching your weight or something. That's
Oh,
probably
really?
the same. I don't know. That's a
Different saying.
different saying though.
Really? I never hear you are what you eat. Cause I'm like, my mind automatically went thinking like, if I'm hot like a snack, then I am what I am. Damn, I'm a 5 course meal. Yo, Joanna, you looking like a 5-star Michelin restaurant.
I'm not gonna hit the soundboard.
No,
I'm so tempted for
don't
the
worry, I can do
soundboard.
it. I can do it. Looking like a chef, like a 5-star Michelin, ini bong jong, like a illusion. Ooh.
Chickens.
I'm a piece of bacon. See, that's a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to become my food, like what kind of it would be, I would. I think I'll become pudding.
Mm.
Pudding is my favorite dessert.
Sweet and delicious.
Yes, and easy to make.
Mm.
But yeah, like yeah, we should wrap it up. We should wrap it up. Thank you all for listening to us talking about friendship and relationship, occasionally answering questions because we love to talk to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And any advice that we can give you based on our advice and experiences as well. Hope everyone stay hydrated, ate something, taking care. Please use this time afterwards to just relax, do everything that makes you happy. Thank you for the follows too. Thank you, Moon, for
Mm-hmm.
joining. Thank you for everyone here. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Zeus. Um, and everyone in Joanna's chat as well at the end that I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so next Friday we'll be talking about retail. I was supposed to say retail therapy.
Retail
No,
therapy. Oh
different retail
no.
therapy.
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
we're gonna talk about
That's
our
not
life.
therapy.
No, just
Retail
retail.
is not.
Yes, yes. Go outside today too.
Mhm.
Yes, encourage to touch grass.
Yeah.
Mm. And get enough sleep. Stay hydrated because now it's in the summer. Oof.
Mm.
But yeah, see you all next Friday. After 11 EST. Just check out our Twitter. Check out our Discord. You'll find the notifications to when we're gonna start streaming. But yeah, thank you for all for staying. Have a great night or morning. Bye everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.